Welcome to Market Movers. It's the final day of the week. I hope everyone's having a great day so far. It's time for the beautiful Miss V and Trader Prad.
Thank you, Prad. And indeed, guys, happy Friday to you all. Please, as usual, be active on the chat. Ask us anything. And please don't forget to like this video. Hopefully, we'll get that 1K likes ASAP today. How's it going?
Yeah, just watching the market as always right now. Just looking to see where I can find an opportunity. I'm in a tiny AMD short around 120.50. Trying to see what AMD can do around these prices. Also futures, very, very happy with actually how I traded futures, even though I'm on the negative side slightly. Obviously coming into work. What the frick am I dealing with again? Let me just do this real quick. Clear data, okay, apply. Why does this always happen? Where is this? Anyway, so coming into work, I was looking for some levels to trade the futures. Obviously, I told you guys my focus is more on the future side. I wanna learn how to trade the side better. I came in and I shorted the 44.88 area, and then I was surprisingly listening to Arun talk about how his first leg was here. So I was very happy with knowing that I was on the right side almost. And then I added back, and then next thing you know, he added over there too. I'm not following him, I promise you, because if I was, I wouldn't have had to stop over here, and then I would not have gotten back here if I was following him. I have my own idea, but I was just very happy seeing that my idea had a lot of confluence and matching up with the rune. I tried again at the 4,500 level, which I got stopped out slightly on the negative side. Still have a lot of room to trade the futures over here. Right now I'm waiting for the high a day, which on our platform says 45.15, and if you look at how yesterday's high was, it was around 45.15, 45.18. So I'm looking for an opportunity to short the futures around near the high day, which are very close to that point. Obviously, market was negative, S&P 500 and Nasdaq. And the S&P 500 now up exactly the amount that Nasdaq is negative on the day. So beautiful retracement in the market overall, back to the highs over here. I would love to be short closer to 45.15, 45.20. So I'm just waiting for those levels to show up so I could build my short on there. And already I showed you AMD, or not AMD, AMD, sorry. AMD, I'm short around these 120.50s areas, and if you were to see the chart on maybe a 3-minute chart, maybe would look better to why I'm short. No, okay, let's go to the 1-minute chart. So on the 1-minute chart right here, 120.50 areas looked like it was a barrier before, somewhere around here, 120.80s, 120.50s. So we're up 20 cents out of the money right now on our AMD position, but as I mentioned, this market obviously ripping up to the way it is right now could be a reason why AMD is going out of the money for us, but I'm not too worried about that. Now, the real thing I'm actually worried about, I'm more focused about, is trying to build a short opportunity on the futures for me closer to 45.15. I don't really want to, get a couple contracts here and then have it pop up on me, and then a couple more contracts over there. So I just want to be patient for this, but looks like I'm not going to get the move. We're seeing some selling coming in right now. I'm going to try to throw an order out over here. Let me do this real quick. High day 45.15, so let's go 45.14, see if they give us the fill. But right now looks like the market is trying to still take out the highs, which would be good. Then give me the fill in that note.
That will be really nice. I see a few people talk about cannabis names, Tilray, SNDL, so make it big. Maybe we can take a look at one of those.
Yes, Tilray, SNDL, weed stocks apparently moving. I just crossed over and I took the short because it felt like the market was going to turn around here. So we only got a couple contracts here. We'll see how much can we build onto the position to the way onto the downside. So right now we're going to leave this one alone while we go talk about weed stocks. Weed stocks apparently TLRY, Praddy, not TRLY. TLRY, weed stocks apparently back on the watch list for some reason. And let's go find out what they're doing today. Actually, very flat on the day in my opinion. 11 million shares. Yeah, it's up 1%, but not really doing what we're used to seeing Tilray and weed stocks do in general. So TLRY, less than 1 relative volume, and just goes to show that there is nothing really going on of substance here. Maybe on marijuana ETF we could see if there's anything going on in the overall sector, and looks like not. nothing really is, but it is up 0.32% on the sector, which is good compared to the Nasdaq sector, which is actually down almost 0.5%, the opposite of marijuana ETF over here. The Nasdaq, which is a tech ETFs, obviously getting beat up the QQQs today. One more day to the downside, down as mentioned already, almost 0.5%.
Yeah, but as we can see, QQQ strike, we were down more than 1% at some point this morning. Now we're down 0.42%. So personally, I really hope that markets will give us some great opportunities. And remember, guys, yesterday was a very negative day all the way until the lunchtime, and then boom, we spiked to the upside. So be ready for both shorts and longs.
Indeed, anything is possible. Oh, snap.
Do you have a new haircut?
No.
No, okay.
I do actually. Well, I didn't even realize I did. Yeah, I do have a haircut.
You look good.
I didn't even realize I got a haircut. Yeah, last night I went in and I was like, this is going crazy. My hair is going wild. I can't even style it anymore, so I had to. Thank you for noticing, Miss Wee. I didn't even notice myself. Why is that doing that for me? This is confusing me. I'm trying to throw a stop out on my futures trade over here, but my stop is just not working the way I want it to. Maybe I'm throwing out the... Oh, that's why, Prad, because you're doing it the wrong way. You're doing it 4,400 when the stock is actually at 4,510. So let me actually throw the stop out properly and let me work with it now. But futures obviously coming to the downside, which is great for me because we're now 3 points in the money on that short. Let's see if we can work with it. Obviously, if futures are coming up, that means AMD short that we're in. We're 50 cents in the money on the AMD short. I don't even want to take profits just yet. I want AMD to really go below 120 for me to even think about taking profits on this position. So not ready for this one just yet. He's flustered because of Miss V. No, I'm flustered because I'm trying to focus on throwing an order, but I kept messing up the order because I was trying to throw the stop a whole 100 points below where the stock is even trading. That means I could have basically gotten out of my position by mistake, and that would have been really upsetting. So not focusing is what I'm flustered about. But yes, Miss V always flusters me. It's hard not to get flustered by someone who's so
Guys,
beautiful
stop
like her.
blaming everything.
Tesla news. Let's go ask Miss V for the Tesla.
Guys, in terms of Tesla news, as you know, we have watch list that we post every morning at around 8:10. If you still have no idea we do this, or you do not have this one in your bookmarks, do so right now. Absolutely free, but every trader should have this one. So here we go, Tesla here at on the top of our watch list. The news are that Elon Musk spoke at the Cyber Rodeo event, making the opening of the new 1.1 billion factory in Austin, Texas. So mostly those are the biggest news, and shares are also shaking off a recall of 128,000 vehicles in China over a rare motor inverter defect. Even though there are some negative news with that China deliveries, Tesla is down 2%, but again, we hit lows of the day, 1022, bounce back to the upside out of that. My entrance is around 1027, 1028. Long. I went in long at 1028 because I was not sure, maybe like it won't give me a chance to catch it lower, but again I have a room all the way to 1020, which means I assume it can go back to 1020. And other than that, I really like that level. Congratulations everyone who caught that. Already here have 3 outs of this 1028 long trade, 1034, 1036, 1040, and I still hold around let me tell you, I believe 50% of my position on Tesla. Yes, that's right. And I'm looking for the next out at 1043 on Tesla.
Awesome. So 1043 Tesla, obviously having that cyber catalyst yesterday, Cyber Rodeo or something along those words. I remember Elon saying the building of the possible manufacturing of the humanoid coming out very soon is also something that I'm going to be on watch. I'm not sure if Miss V saw any of that. I for sure didn't. You know, I said I would. I lied to you. I went home and I played video games. What else is new? But there was actually a lot of fun fun stuff that was apparently happening. You know, Elon pulling up in a cowboy hat. Elon also announcing the deliveries for the amount of cars that might be delivered. The humanoid, which is the robot. Also, the possibility of other stuff such as a Cybertruck and a taxi of some sort, or a future taxi of some sort. Obviously, I'm just talking about the little highlights that articles have synopsized for me, so it's easier for me on that side. But yeah, a lot of fun stuff eventually coming in for, looks like what Elon Musk has planned for the future on his company. Obviously, very excited to see what happens on that end. So Tesla, Miss V, obviously you're in the short side today.
I'm on the long side.
Long side today, and you had a good day so far.
Yes, Prad, I just showed you actually that here I'm long at
Nice.
10:28. My out now 10:40. I'm looking for the next out at 10:43, and I'm holding 50%.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah, beautiful
this
exits.
10:20 level is good for Tesla.
Yeah, awesome. I like it. I love it. I like it.
Thank
I
you,
like.
Brad. Great job for you to watching that Rodeo thing
Yeah,
with
yeah.
Elon. I didn't know.
I didn't either. I watched it on the way to work.
Highlights, right?
Yeah, highlights.
Cool.
Yeah.
I need to watch though.
Yeah. So AMD still working with our shorts over here. I want to really go focus on what Apple's doing today. Apple once again below 170, but playing around, sorry, 171 now, 170, but still playing around that range of 170 to 171, and moving around in that box of area overall. So looks like. Yeah, that'll be my last stop where I start taking that one. All right, so looks like Apple still negative on the day, down on the day, and trying to see if it can do what S&P 500 did there, which is just rip up to the north side and not end, but get into the positive territory for the day. S&P 500 short still in the money, but not really anything significant for how much we're in the money about on the S&P 500 futures short right now. But we will once it starts becoming fruitionable. We can talk about covering or adding to it, but right now futures do look like they want to bounce off of 45.05 and go back to the north side, go test the high day. Obviously the level 45.15 is so where I really wanted to be short, but it did not have the opportunity to get any shares around that area. And we're looking for some other opportunities such as a firm. I wanted to be a firm short below 40, but you know we're slightly below 40. We're getting there right now. A firm's actually positive on the day, making a beautiful reversal from 37.40s to 39.40s. 39.50 actually being the high day. I want to be short around $40 or so, giving it that risk. So the fact that high day is 39.50, and I believe the market's gonna come back to the downside, I'm okay taking a small position over here, see if they give me the fill. I'm not gonna cross over 5-10 cents for this trade because that's gonna mess with my overall risk parameters. Yeah, I'm not really taking any real size on this trade, but I still don't want my risk parameters to get blown out of proportion. So we're gonna start building a small position and see if on the way up, if it works for us, we can work with a bigger position later on. And if we get stopped out on the push off the high day, which is 39.50, we'll take that stop and we'll get back in closer to $40. And especially if $40 is a fail break of 40, a better opportunity, a better risk to reward profile, and a way a crazier opportunity to smash the short side at that level. Looks like futures came back to the upside. And triggered my stop actually over there. So let's see if futures keep on climbing up right now, or do they come back to the down. And I just had a really poor stop. I had a poor stop in my opinion because, well, not in my opinion, I did have a poor stop, and I knew I was doing that because I did not want to give it too much risk to the upside. So actually, I think I got stopped in profit. Let me just quickly go make sure of this. Wow, yeah, I got stopped in profit for that. No, it was actually a break-even stop. It was a break-even stop, and a break-even stop triggered. So that because of that, let me see if I can. Oh, it's moving back up slowly. Let me see if I can get some over here. Come on, give it to me. Oh, they're gonna give it to me. Come on, give me. I'm just going to take it from them, I guess, in that case, and then we're going to throw out another stop in the same position. So, Miss V, do you mind taking over for a quick second?
Yeah, absolutely, Prad. While you do this, I'll bring you another name, EPAM. a lot of people talk on the chat about that. It's American company that specializes in product development, digital platform engineering, and digital product
EPAM.
design. We're up more than 11% on the day, though we have 300,000 volume. But I see, guys, you talk about that. I don't see significant news on that one. Only that EPM to end operations in Russia within 3 months. And as you guys can see, we keep running. Looks like a bullish day for that EPAM.
Looking for a job. Looking for a job. Get on Glassdoor, everyone. Ooh, I guess you're just announcing for in general. Okay, EPAM is what Miss V was talking about. So let's go take a look at EPAM. Up 11%, as already mentioned, with 400,000 shares. For a stock that's $300, obviously 400,000 shares is more than good in my opinion. But what really we need to find out is, in the relative scale, how is it? Not that good. On the relative scale, we're less than 1, pretty close to 1, but anything over 2 is what excites me in general. But today, EPAM with actual positive catalyst, looks like not enough eyes are on here, but it is moving without those eyes anyways. Oh wow, so like that futures reload that I had over there after getting stopped out seems to be something that's working out for me. Now I'm actually flat on futures on the day if I cover my position here. And you know, funny enough, I actually took 2x the contracts that I had over here to begin with, so doubled up my position on that short. Let's see if we bounce again near 45.05, at which point I'm gonna be pretty upset, maybe even think about covering some on this down move that we just saw, or hold on to it, because I really believe in the negativeness in the market. Obviously, you know, Arun and Sean have taught me the key things, which are you can always hold some for the bigger move if you believe in it, and also you can scalp some exits on the way down to make sure you're locking in some profits on the way down. But obviously a 5-point move is not exciting enough for me to lock in profits. I'd rather get stopped out at break even or lose 1 point than only make 5 points right now and then cry about not having more. So we're gonna hold on to this. Let's see if the market can push a little bit lower. We tried to short over here, we lost a couple points. We shorted over here, we lost, I believe, 1 point, and we broke even on this short over here on the first one, and the second one we're trying to work on this one to see if market can push lower. Obviously, if you're trading futures or QQQs or SPYs, you want to focus on what Apple and Microsoft are doing. Without watching Apple and Microsoft on a separate screen, you are screwing up 100% of the time. So I always have Microsoft and Apple somewhere when I'm trading the futures. So Microsoft right now are under 300 and battling the 300 area back through to the downside, which is good for the shorts, obviously, if Microsoft cannot hold 300 when coming back down. And Apple already failed already moved up 171 and is doing the same thing that Microsoft is doing over there, but on 171 area. This looks a lot like what Apple and Microsoft looked like yesterday. So just focusing on that kind of movement, you know, market did rip up later on in the day. So be careful. Make sure you have your stops out. Make sure you're not getting, you know, shaken out by the market, but also not getting burnt on a random push up north, if you're short, that is. Affirm, we are now short around, what's our average, 39.32, and Affirm is now about only 10 cents in the money. Nothing exciting, obviously, but let's see if Affirm can push back down over here, if market pushes down, or Affirm can stop us out on the way back up or to the north side, and then give us a beautiful opportunity instead to get long on the possible re-entry around 40 or a fail break of 40. So throwing out my stop on Affirm also over here. I have a stop out on AMD also to move on with. Is that if as the SpaceX rocket takes off, so does MNTS. MNTS one more time today, moving up, I guess. So MNTS was the stock that was moving around quite a bit yesterday. I believe we were. So this is the move over here for 420 is it looks like where we close. We're pretty close to 420. What is the stock looking like at the moment? At the moment, we are trying to rip back up to around where we closed yesterday. Did get a nice little pump up in volume. Look how the volume died off for so long, and now we got a nice little pump up in volume, almost as or not almost, exactly as high as the day's opening range volume. So tons of it coming in. Now we'd obviously like to see if more volume can come in and push this stock above the pre-market highs or even the day high, push it above it, or are we just going to see some rejection, some trading sideways action coming in around these levels for for what's it called, for MNTS, which is momentous, if I remember correctly, the stock name. You sure you looking at Apple? Yeah, I was looking at Apple earlier, which was did drop below 170 to the down, sorry, 171 to the downside, but now we are seeing a little pushback up off the 100 period EMA, but it's still holding up at 171 over here. So we'll see. As long as it keeps getting rejected from 171 on Apple and Microsoft keeps rejecting 300, the shorts are still in play. It's the moment where Microsoft starts trading above 300 in a really strong way, and Apple really starts holding 170 and starts trading above 170 as strong as it can. That's when I'm worried about the shorts. But right now, when actually my shorts are bringing in the money for me, there we go. We're about 7 points in the money, and I'm still not ready to take any profits on this. So let the futures go back to the downside. Maybe even all the way back to VWAP. Then we can think about take some profits, or even around 44.90, this consolidation area, maybe 4400 that we're only 2 points away from. Let the futures move around a little bit. Let me see some. This is also building on the skill set that I want to build on, which is the diamond hands skill set, the having ball skill set, which is I don't want to close a trade just because I see money on my blotter. I see I'm in the money big time right now on a futures trade. That's a lot of money for me to be in at the moment. I have a lot of contracts for my skill set. That's a lot. So I'm already shaking. I already want to take the profit. I already want to book it and run away from it. But that's not gonna be helpful for my future. That's not gonna make me a better trader. I'm going to stick to my rules. Either I get stopped out, or it hits my target all the way back to the downside. Now 7 points in the money on this future short and getting more out of it. AMD's also in the money for us. Affirm is also in the money for us. Affirm now 36 cents in the money. Affirm not 30 cents in the money, and I don't even want to take profits yet, so we're just going to hold on to that too. No profits yet do I want to take of anything, mainly because I don't have any size on any of these trades. So, but also, like I said, I want to build a skill set for it. What's going on with BKKT? Let's go check out BKKT. BKKT today, that's not on NASDAQ, it's on New York. BKKT on New York with 1.7 shares traded so far, trying to do what? Trying to go up with 5% to the upside, obviously, and I already mentioned how much volume it is. Let's actually go check out what the relative volume is on BKKT. BKKT today with the relative volume of less than 1, so not really having any sort of relative volume that's going to be exciting for us, but for some reason, looks like it is pumping up with 5%. I don't have the catalyst for it, so sadly, I cannot tell you exactly what's going on, but obviously, BKKT moving up with a beautiful way along with the market not too long ago. S&P 500 now up only 0.13% instead of being up almost 0.5%, and NASDAQ, which was only down 0.5%, now extending its move back to the downside, which was now 0.73% negative.
Prad, I was looking in the morning for opportunities in this name on our watch list. BWV on Nasdaq, Blue Water Vaccines. In pre-market, we were up more than 30%, following the previous day when stock went down more than 80% with no news. It's low float stock, how many, what volume is in here? 4 million float. And I was looking for long opportunities, but at around $15. I still have ordered at $15, but looks like we're just going lower, not really doing a lot. And guys, I wanted to show you higher time frame on that name. This is crazy. Like on 7th April, which was yesterday, we were trading at $61. And today we're trading at $12. This is crazy. So I was really hoping that it will try to go back at least a little bit to those levels, but no.
Yeah, this I just wanna thank Arun real quick. So I sent him a message as to even being able to answer messages during his busy trading hours over there. Anytime I ask him for help, anybody, not just Arun, Greg, Sean, even Adam over there, anyone who has mentored me and helped me, because I can see the progress coming in over there. Now futures are actually kicking it to the downside. Obviously yesterday we kind of had a bad day on futures, and today we're just trying to rebuild on that skill set. So today now futures 8 points to the downside, battling this 4,500 level. We can think think about closing a couple contracts here, and actually we closed. Why is my chart not changing? There we go. So we actually closed some there, and we're gonna hold some for a possible move back even more to the downside. Maybe build a position on a breakthrough of VWAP to the downside. That way our average is not disrupted. So we're trying to see. Yeah, you guys are right. You know, it's basically the fear of the slipper. It's not that I don't want to grow or anything. It's basically the fear of the slipper. I just don't want to get hit by those Birkin slippers over there. That's why I'm trying to trade better. You guys are right.
Yeah,
Clowns.
Slippers man is in the building, and guy and Prad. Someone asked if you can take a look at HPQ.
HPQ.
We have it on
Yesterday's watch list.
On downgrade side.
Downgraded.
Downgraded by UBS Group. Price target $40.
Wasn't it upgraded yesterday?
Yeah, I believe yesterday we had upgrade. Today we downgrade. Yeah, yesterday was upgrade and
It pumped
jumped
up
to the upside.
Yeah.
Today we decided to. I don't know where we are at. Down.
Yeah, it's pushing
Gave
down
up?
big time right now, big time. But not as good as it did up yesterday. I mean, it gapped up yesterday, if I remember correctly. Look at this gap up. It gapped up, and it looks like one company came in with an upgrade. The other company, the other analyst, I should say at least, came in with a downgrade pretty quick right after that, and fighting each other. So 14 million shares traded today, HPQ. Compare that to yesterday. I'm not really sure how much we did yesterday. Let's quickly go look at the relative volume. HPQ relative volume 2 times. So still having a lot of eyes on this without a doubt, and pushing to the downside. Let's see where HPQ can go to now eventually from here, because I was under the idea, I'm not really a fan of HP products or anything, but I know that HP sells a lot of products to like companies the same way Dell does, the same way LG does, you know, at tech firms and so on. So for on that note, I can understand the upgrade that came in, but then I don't understand the instant downgrade. So like I said, I think it's just two hedge funds or two analysts going against each other, and one's basically, it's a battle of who's right going on right now. So HPQ, clearly if big money wants to fight with each other on the upside and on the downside, you're gonna have some clean levels to go longs off of, and you're gonna have some clean levels to go short off of. And today the clean level to go short off of apparently was the fail break of 40, which only went up to 16 cents above 40. And if we were to look at HPQ on yesterday's chart, look how we did get above $40 all the way up to 41.47, but didn't really manage to do any amount of real substantial trading above 40 to be real. So that's why this tail is so much longer than the candle body, which is above 40. And today you guys saw how the stock traded above 40 with only a 17 cent 16 cent break coming back down. You can expect maybe support to come in around this 39 level, which could go as low as 38.70. And what's the low of the day today? 38.86. So yeah, pretty much around 38.70 is where we could go to again today for HPQ, in my opinion. And then if that breaks, you have a bigger short opportunity to the downside on HPQ. It looks like Affirm and AMD have both hit into my profit target over there. We're still holding we only got one lot size out. We still have a bunch of shares left on both of these sides. So AMD, Affirm, let's see if these stocks will turn back into the negative. Well, by these I mean will Affirm turn back into the negative for the day, and AMD has been negative the whole day so far, now below 102. Apple still struggling around 171, and Microsoft under 300, a whole dollar under 300. So obviously with the market market sharks or market big stack bullies, which is, you know, in a poker term, a big stack bully is someone who has all the chips. So Apple, Microsoft being the number 1 and number 2 weighted stocks in NASDAQ and S&P 500, the big stack bullies I want to call them. If these guys are not looking healthy about prices that I want them to be healthy, I think the shorts are still in play. But that being said, futures are holding up at 4,500, which is basically flat on the day. This is S&P 500 futures. They're holding up at 4,500 very well right now and not allowing it to go too far to the downside. This also happens to be the 50-period EMA on the 1-minute chart. So on the 1-minute chart, 50-period EMA, let's go check out what it looks like on the ES. I'm trading MES, so obviously my levels could be a little bit off by a couple points here or there. So on the ES, it's actually 44.99, whereas on the MES, I believe it was actually flat 4,500. No, also 44.99 by off by 0.25.
Prad. A few people talk about Twitter again as it keep going to the downside. Now down almost 4%. And looking at higher time frame, we broke a few support levels. So one in here at 46.68, another one in here at 46.33, and now we're like at 46.22. So I wonder if we will be able. We are super close to break to 45.
Yeah, I think Twitter actually has a gap fill play incoming very soon over the next few days, especially over the next week or so. I think Twitter easily gap fills anywhere close to $44 or lower. Obviously, going to 44 doesn't mean it gap fills, but because of this consolidation box right here, I think that we could find some buyers coming in this consolidation box. People like me who missed out on investing on Elon based on Twitter catalyst are gonna be looking to buy Twitter back at 40s, back at 30s. So that's why I'm waiting for this low price point. Also happens to be the 50 period EMA on the dailies, which is around 39.66. The 100 period EMA is at 42.02, and the what EMA is this? The 200 period EMA is exactly where the stock is right now, around 46.84. So if you want to go short, risking the 46.50, going back through 46.50, and a possible move for a gap fill down, especially if you're a swing trader, that is a trade that's going to be offered for everybody. But today, obviously, with the market coming off quite a bit and then ripping back up, and Twitter now trying to bounce along with the market, I think if you do want to short it, you're better off just waiting for somewhere closer to 47, maybe even that 200 period EMA, which is on the dailies 46.80s. Getting short around 46.80s, giving it that risk of 47 or even 47.20, which happens to be this peak, will be a great risk to reward opportunity for intraday. So let these stocks pump up a little bit and then get short. And for anyone who's long, obviously, I don't know what else to say besides be careful, which is the stock could easily go to the downside a little bit more and actually fill the gap before it starts figuring out where to go to the north side in the near future. I know Twitter having a bunch of new upgrades coming in for their software, the edit button. There's also some couple other features that I heard about. From Silvana Hanau. I think she's cute, by the way. If you're listening, Silvana Hanau, I think you're cute, but I think she's also married, sadly. So, what was I getting down to? She was talking about the Twitter buttons. I think the button was actually untagged. So if you're tagged to a story, I know Sean deals with quite a bit, but the amount of followers he has, but even with the amount of followers I have right now, I deal with it quite a bit, which is people tagging you to random conversations that you don't want to be a part of and spamming you with it. So you can untag yourself from that conversation without having to mute or block the person who is spamming you. I just go to directly mute button or block button because my life is that easy. Thirsty boy, hey, I'm just shooting my shot.
Go for it, Brad. Do whatever makes you happy. And here we go. A few people talk about AMC. There's no news catalyst, but we have 10 million volume. Great spike to the upside. So we'll hit this rocket ship for HYMC.
HYMC, let's go check out Rippy time, apparently, because market actually ripped off that 50 period EMA off of the 4,500 level that I was talking about. HYMC, Highcraft Mining Corporation. Highcraft Mining Corp is doing what today? Wasn't it on NASDAQ? It was on NASDAQ. Yeah. Holding up at above $2 right now. Looks like we were actually trading at $1.84 or so. There was some volume off the open. We died off a little bit on the volume end, and now volume picking back up, allowing the stock to obviously go 2% on the day. Trying to see how high can we go on HYMC off of this move. Let's go look at it on the daily. On the dailies. Not sure why I have that line over there. Looks like it's actually this consolidation high, which happens to be $2.06. And the high of day right now, $2.05. So we could see some resistance coming in around those prices. If we do get past these, we also could pump up to 220, 230s, and then 260s to $3. So it's some good room to the upside, and support should come around where it already did around $1.80, $1.90. So yeah, that support kicked in around those prices, allowed allowed traders to take this up to previous resistance around $2.06, which is already in our face right now, very evident. Prad do ABS every other night and lift weights then easy. I'm not sure what you're talking about over there. It's my fault. It's my fault for even reading that comment. Obviously, you know, I'm trying to train my brain to only read stocks.
Great job.
And I feel like I've been doing very good compared to where before.
You do, absolutely.
But I'm also getting caught sometimes. Sometimes. So I need to slowly get better.
But while you do that, you catch yourself and stop. So
yeah.
Great job.
BBAI comments. BBAI. Let's go check out BBAI. Not on NASDAQ. New York. Yeah, it's on New York. BBAI currently moving to the north side today without a doubt. Trying to see where... Well, I mean, it moved to the north and now came back down. Sorry, I was looking at something else while I was talking about it, so I didn't actually pay attention. So let me pay attention here. Went up to $14. A fail break of 14 or a weak break of 14, as some people say. Did get up to 14.06 and came back to the downside, obviously. And now trying to see where we can do. I think support will come back in at $12, but without that support coming in at $12, we can go much lower on BBAI. BBAI's relative volume on the stock today. BBAI relative volume is currently 12 times. So tons of relative volume on BBAI at the moment, which is looking very good, obviously. Very good. Let me just throw out this order over here. Let me just do this, do that. All right, we're Gucci. All right, so coming back to my stocks, AMD now 70 cents in the money on AMD. Let's go, baby. Let's take out some more size. We're just going to take out the liquidity over there, remake my order on AMD for how much size I have for the stop over there. I also want to take some more profits on Affirm because Affirm is also 70 cents in the money. Let's also remake my stop on Affirm over there for how much size I have, and we're going to hold the rest of the bag to the downside. Futures went again to the low side for me. But obviously I don't have as much size that I did on futures, so we're just going to be holding these for. I do have an order to get more size, but I did not manage to get any size over there. So wah boo boo, Praddy cry more. Who cares, right? Nobody cares about Praddy crying. But here goes futures back to the downside. Now once again 10 points in the money, but now I'm going to be looking for either adding on the short to the downside if we do break VWAP. If VWAP doesn't break, I'm not adding to the short. I'm just going to hold that contract that I have all the way to the downside, building skill set, learning how to do myself, learning how to be better than I was yesterday by even 1%. That's my whole goal. Just be better by 1% if possible. Let's go. SBFM upside now. SBFM apparently doing some crazy stuff again. I know it was called out in the chat. The fees to borrow the stock to short was insane, and people are actually doing it. It was about $50 for 100 shares. No, or sorry, maybe not 50. I think it was $5 for 100 shares, right?
For what?
It's okay. I was talking to Sean, but Sean's not listening. I think it was not that expensive actually, but. It's all. I was just asking if you remember what the fees were for SBFM. It dropped, so it doesn't even matter now. It dropped quite a bit, but before they were pretty expensive. So I didn't want to look for the or take the fees. But obviously, if you took the fees to short it, I actually want to show you a trade that one of our traders on the floor, who's a god level trader, pulled off in pre-market, I believe. This is his chart on SBFM. No, that's not SBFM. Where did it go? This is right here, SBFM in pre-market. As you see, he got short around these $8.40 at 9/11, wrote it down to $7 or so. And this person's not trading light size. Like, this person's smacking it with big orders. And we actually see how much they're paying for fees and everything for the shorts. And man, absolute monster trade for the homie, the big homie Ed over there. If he's listening, he tunes in sometimes. And also Jonathan Wicks. I don't know if you're here. You keep saying that I missed your name. If you're here, Jonathan, you know I love you, bro. I don't miss your name. It's just I get so lost in the chat and lost in my trades, just trying to make money, so I miss it sometimes.
That's fine, Prad. And Jakey Brown asked me to take a look at RTX, Raytheon Technologies, which is aerospace and defense company. We are up almost 1% on the day, more than 1 million volume on more than 100 worth stock. And actually there are some news in terms of price target raising. RBC initiates coverage with outperform rating and $125 price target. So if we take a look at higher time frame on that RTX, the highest is 104.32. We're now at 101.81, trying to break that 102 level. So if markets will be positive, if we will see rip to the upside, there are chances that RTX will hit all-time high or maybe break it. So if you're in that name, congratulations to you.
RTX, yeah, Raytheon Technologies, a defense name along with Lockheed Martin. Obviously, these stocks pumped up quite a bit during the fear of Ukraine-Russian conflict, which is still looming. We also had another but a news article coming in not too long ago about how Europe and whatever. So all that being combined, defense stocks pumped up quite a bit off of that move, and now we're trying to see if we can keep on pumping a little bit more. Is this all-time high territories for Raytheon? It is indeed. So we're around all-time high territory. So now we're seeing a little bit of resistance coming in around those areas. The next question will be obviously how much higher can this go, and that all depends on maybe more conflicts. Who knows if anything could happen with China in the future? I'm not predicting, and nor do I want anything to happen. I want world peace will be better than anything across the board, no doubt. But it's just the idea for the stock market and for the stock alone. If anything negative does show up in terms of war or famine or anything along those words, I think Lockheed Martin, LMT, Raytheon Technologies, RTX, all of them could start moving once again to the north side. This is just a stock play and a stock idea that we can keep an eye out for. Another one that that did move along quite a bit based off the Russian conflict is actually, did I type this wrong? It's NM, and it's not M2, it's K22. So K2 NM. So this is crude futures that I was gonna talk about. Crude futures currently are still under 100, but actually up 1% on the day compared to the prices from the past, which is yesterday. So compared from yesterday, we pumped up 1 full percent, but still under 100. Looks like oil stocks are now coming down quite a bit in terms of prices also, and we can go confirm that by looking at Oxy on New York. Oxy coming down a little bit even after getting upgraded. I believe Oxy's down on the day. No, forget that, Prad. You're so wrong about that. Next time, how about you just wait for the stock to open up and then talk about it, because you're absolutely wrong. Oxy actually up almost 6 full percent. We're looking at 5.5 at the moment, and up with 20 million shares traded. Looks like it still has a lot of eyes on it. I want to go check what the relative volume is for Oxy. Wow, I'm wrong about that too. Relative volume less than 1. Very insane for me to notice a stock having this kind of a momentum, this kind of a move all the way to the north side, and with the relative volume of less than 1. That's actually pretty insane to see what's going on in Oxy at the moment. Let's see if Chevron CVX is looking anything similar to Oxy. Oxy was actually not that big of a basket for the energy ETF, but look at this move over here. It looks exactly like Oxy. And if we go to the energy ETF, which is Chevron and XOM are the biggest weighted stocks in them. Obviously, if Chevron is moving to that side and Oxy is helping Chevron and Oxy is helping other energy stocks with them, XLE moving almost 2.5% with 12 million shares traded. Looks like energy ETF is very, very hot today. Very hot. Prad, can you check Intel or Nvidia? Yeah, for sure. Intel today is doing what? I'm expecting a very sideways action on Intel, as it always does, but no, Intel actually dropped down quite a bit, managed to get back to the north side. Now we're above VWAP, but still negative on the day. Trading in pre-market ranges, flat on the day if you ask me for Intel, 0.5% move to the downside though, if you are trying to be technical on it. If we go to Nvidia obviously negative on the day, big big time, well below 250. I wanted to look for the 250 short off the open, but the stock actually opened below 240. Why am I saying 250? 240. Stock actually opened below 240 and never got the opportunity to short it. We were $1 below, and it just kept going lower. I guess I should have just stopped being a little baby about it and just get one short anyways. That would have been a beautiful opportunity on Nvidia, which is now down 4 full percent on the day. Sorry?
MULN.
MULN?
I'll just show it quickly. Did I even go to my look at this? What a great jump for MULN.
Wow, yeah, MULN apparently pumped up over there. Let's go check out what MULN is doing. MULN, wow, is ripping up to the north side right now. 3.3% to the upside with 33 million shares. MULN trying to maybe battle that or test that $3 level once again. Let's see if we can actually manage to do so and break out past that. Tons of volume coming in, but on the relative volume side, I believe MULN is going to be less than 1, indeed, and actually less than even 0.5. So MULN moving up for some reason. Stops are getting burned. Some volume is coming in. Maybe is there any catalyst for it? MULN question mark for our homie Neil in the chat to see if he can find anything at the same time Miss V. And I'm poking my head out to see if CNBC is talking about anything, but I'm just seeing an advertisement over there.
Notice MULN not particularly need any news to move to the upside, actually. You know?
There's no news that you see?
I don't see any news.
This is very surprising then, because how does a stock just do nothing all day and then pick up like that? Something's for sure going on that we need to absolutely find out over here. If this is a garbage, the reason why I'm calling it garbage, I don't mean the stock's garbage. I don't want you guys to get upset about that. The reason why I'm calling it a garbage move is because if it doesn't have any catalyst behind it, doesn't have substance behind it. Obviously, it's not that it doesn't. We just don't know what it is. So I would like for it to know. I would like for me to know what is the substance behind this crazy pump we're watching on MULN. Now about to take above 250. Let's see how much higher can we go. I also don't see a lot of size on the ask right now, so we can keep on pumping up and taking out levels. I smell some great food. What's going on here?
Wow, smells.
I smell some great food right now. That just made me hungry all of a sudden.
I'll tell you what we have today.
Is it good?
It is.
Chicken and potatoes.
I'm going to bring it. Look, I don't steal my segment. Thank you. By the way, we have 25.30% short interest on MULN.
MULN, yeah, MULN does have a high short interest. Nice little apple juice, like a little baby over here.
No more mango one?
There is mango, but for some reason that mango is
it's too heavy somehow, right?
Yeah, this is nice and light. This is nice and light. But yeah, MULN, big short flow without a doubt. This was going on for a long time. The short float on MULN, so ripping up. Could be a short squeeze. It could be 100% short squeeze. Could be some hedge fund thinking this is a perfect opportunity to load up on MULN and push it up. We don't know what it is exactly, but obviously it is ripping up right now like crazy. Showing 231% to borrow. That's the borrow fees, my guess, for the cost to borrow, I guess, for MULN coming from what's that website called? Ortex. We don't really use Ortex. All right. Lunch pump incoming. Yeah, we got about, wow, we're already at 12 o'clock almost. Only about 13 minutes to 12 o'clock here. Pretty surprised by that time too. Let's see what happens. Going into lunchtime in the next few minutes, we could see something else. Could be options driving it up. That's true. Could be a gamma squeeze coming in along with the, the short squeeze plays in along with this. So let's go check out what Swaggy Stocks is looking like. Swaggy Stocks today. Do we see MULN anywhere on the Reddit sentiment? Wall Street Bets, real-time sentiment. What are we looking at right now? We're not really seeing anything. Ticker sentiment or trending stocks. GameStop. We don't really see MULN. Social volume. I'm not really seeing any MULN. So why would people be buying up options, and where is this option volume coming from? Very, very surprised to see this move, obviously. But yeah, we got some levels on MULN that we could look for. One of them being three, without a doubt, straight up $3 in the line. But right now we have this line over here around 253. High of day today 260. Let's see what it does right now. Looks like it has to have picked up on relative volume, and it has to have. It picked up by point 0.1. So I guess it didn't.
Prad, on the chat, someone asked if there are any bad news on Mara, which is, let me see, Marathon Digital Holdings, it's crypto name. So first of all, we could take a look at Bitcoin. I don't see a really great dip into Bitcoin while Mara is down almost 3%, but I actually see some news that full year 2022 earnings per share estimates for Marathon decreased by analysts. So they expect lower than expected EPS for 2022 for Mara.
Yeah, Bitcoin coming down quite a bit from that 48s to 43s now. Obviously, not something to be happy about for myself. I did mention if Bitcoin does get back to these 40,000 ranges, I'm not going to be happy. So $3,000 away from 40,000 is not something to be excited about for myself. But one thing that I actually just now noticed is it's actually around the 50 period EMA and the 100 period EMA. So at the end of the day, we're very close to the exponential moving averages, and it could just help us in the long run if we bounce off from here and keep on going up. So Bitcoin going flat / being down is not going to help Coinbase. It's not going to help Mara, BTBTs, and so on. And look at Coinbase all the way back to 160s in 3 days. It took it 2 weeks to get up to 200. It took it 3 days to go back to 160. And that same methodology really applies for traders too. There's traders out there who take 2 weeks to make something, but it takes them 2 minutes to give it all back, and that's because of poor risk management, poor your emotions kick in too. I've been a part of that story for a long time of my trading too, and it happens sometimes here and there for myself too, where I'm like making a little bit, and it takes one trade to just wipe out the whole week's progress. So got to make sure that our risk management is tight. Obviously, we can't say Coinbase needs to manage their risk as a stock, but don't let the stuff like that on Coinbase wipe you out in a second, right? So always manage that risk. If you don't manage it, it will manage you very easily. CRWD. CRWD had a defense contract coming in for CrowdStrike, CrowdStrike. What is CrowdStrike?
CrowdStrike, yes.
It is CrowdStrike, right? Yeah. CRWD, CrowdStrike. Also, what car is CrowdStrike sponsors? They sponsor Mercedes. No, they sponsor. I forget what team they sponsor for Formula One, but yeah, CrowdStrike is also now with the positive catalyst coming in, which is the defense contract, telling them to beef up their security over there and get it stronger based on the fear of Russian hackers and Russian IT invasion also coming in, which is, in my opinion, an IT invasion will be drastic for any country to go through because of the secrets they're probably withholding and information in general, right? Information is knowledge, knowledge is power, power is control, control is victory. So gotta make sure that we we are iron safe in our own best capabilities. So CrowdStrike over there getting that contract bumped up quite a bit in pre-market. They've sponsored Mercedes, right? I know I saw their name on a car. I just don't focus on what car I see their name in. Mercedes. Thank you guys and girls, if any girls answer that question. But yeah, CrowdStrike did bump up in pre-market, but looks like we gave up a little bit of that move, maybe a little bit more than a little bit of that move. Coming back to the downside here, testing supports around 217s, currently trading around 220, which looks like a rejection of the 50 period EMA right now on the downside for CrowdStrike. Up 1.4% though, with almost 4 million shares traded today, and the relative volume on CrowdStrike is 1.5 relative volume. Knowledge is nothing without intent. 100%. To know and to not apply is to not know. At the end of the day, there's no point in just learning and then not applying what you learned. I always talk about this to my friends too. Some of them understand it, some of them they don't. But yeah, basically to summarize it, it's just knowing stuff at the end of the day doesn't get you anywhere. You got to focus on also applying said knowledge. Watch your futures. Am I out of my futures? No, I am always watching my futures. I have 4 other screens here in front of my face that I don't have to worry about it for. So I have an order over here to get more share short futures, and I also have my stop ready to punch me out right away once that order does kick in. We're 4 points in the money. I'm not worried about my future short at all. So I urge you not be worried for my future short either, because there's other things that you could be worried about. Control the controllables. Don't control what you cannot control. That being said, let me actually let Miss V take over for a little bit because I want to focus on some stocks here.
Sure, I can do it for a little bit. As you said, Tesla, guys, I'm still sitting in this name. Something going on with my charts. Oh, here we go. So Tesla is now 10.33. I remind you guys that my entrance was at 10.28. Last out was 10.40. The next out, I'm looking for 10.43. Hopefully more positivity will come into QQQ. It's trying, and Tesla also trying. We were more than 1% down on QQQ earlier, but now just 0.67. So I really hope for a positive day. I'm also wearing green, so let that bring a positive day to all of us. And guys, write in the chat if you want me to take a look at any names, big movers. Meanwhile, we can take a look what are the highest volume movers currently on the market. We will use icon terminal for that uses, and as we can see, most active volume is MDVL from our watch list. ATER, we can take a look at that one, and TQQ. We also have on top performers BFRIW, MDVL also, and LYRA, while we have BCRX, IMTE, and SBFM among bottom performance. So I really wanted to take a look at that ATER. And Prad, if you're done, maybe
Yeah,
you
I'm
can
ready
take
whenever.
Yeah, sure. So ATR up 15%, trading on 44 million volume.
So looks like Neil actually put in something over here in our work chat. Give me a second while I actually read it out loud for you, and hopefully I comprehend it. English second language, by the way, if I do say anything wrong. Law firm, blah, 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 is investigating whether Mullen, M-U-L-N, any of its executive officers or other violated securities laws by misrepresenting or failing to timely disclose material adverse information to adverse information to investors. The investigation focused on investors' losses and whether they may be recovered under the federal securities laws. The short seller report from Wednesday with allegations. So they're basically looking into that short seller report to see if there's any substance behind it, if there's actually any meaning behind it, and if they are, they're going to obviously sue the company and work around those ways for it. And if there is no negativity behind or any substance behind that short report that came out, when was it, from Wednesday, then obviously some good long opportunities once again on MULN 45 million shares, 2.60 high a day, still very close to 2.6, only 10 cents away, and trading near $2.50 right now. A 5% move on MULN, and it is on SSR day 2 right now. So basically you can't even short the stock by just hitting the bids. You have to wait on the offer, and you also have to pay for shorts. Yeah, I have to pay for short at least. I don't have any free shorts to just smash the stock with at the moment. ES bull flag needs to break high. I'm not sure. Check Discord, Prad MULN. I don't check Discord when I'm trading Mookie, sorry, but I thank you for putting it in there. I'll check after this, or maybe when Miss V takes over for a break, I'll take a look at it. But thank you for putting something in there. I do see a notification. It's actually being covered by this right here, this little box where I'm watching who's playing right now. I don't even know who that is, to be honest, but Who's number 1? Dustin Johnson, number 2. Where's Tiger Woods? There he is, Tiger Woods, number 9. Tiger Woods coming on at 1:41 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Look at that beautiful shot. Beautiful. All right, now let's take that off the screen, put it back to the high side over here, and enjoy watching that at the same time while trading stonks, baby. Stonk market. All right.
Prad on the chat. I have a question from Day Trading Early. Miss V, can you take a look at SAN, Central Electric Group Limited? So we are down 2% on the day, 2 million volume for $2 stock. So actually we were on a downtrend for a long time. Then on around 22nd of March, stock shows some signs to go higher. We went to $3. Here we have resistance level at 319. We got rejected out of that, and now slowly going lower and lower. There is another support here, or resistance, at 1.80. So I assume that we have room until 180 today, and let's see if we break and then dip to the lows, or maybe we'll bounce out of that 180 and we'll go a little bit higher on the name for SAN.
Yeah, CENN is what Miss V was talking about over there. Futures are trying to come back to the north side a little bit right now. We already have some of our other stocks across the board which we're short in, such as AMD and Affirm. Thinking about chipping some more away from AMD right here. That way, if it does retrace on us, we only lose on not sure what the math is for this, but we only lose on a little bit of our position overall and not a lot. So let me also go do the same thing on Affirm right now. Take out a little bit more on Affirm. That way, as Affirm does rotate on us, someone in a park pressing keys. What's going on?
I don't know. A lot of stuff is going on that side of the room.
What the heck is going on? This is crazy. But yeah, Affirm, we're gonna take some off over there too. Just don't like how long I've been holding it and how long it's been taking for me to get paid on that position. So a time stop, I guess, is what you call it, or a time exit, basically, is what I'm looking at right there. MES, once again, just playing around those very same levels that we've been looking at. 4505, 4500, 4510. Currently only 1 point out of the money. Futures are trying to go back up north now. So let's go take a look at Apple. Apple at the moment also trying to do what? Apple above 171, trying to go north. Apple only down about 0.5% on the day now. Microsoft also down only 0.5% or less than 0.5% on the day, and above 300. Looks like your stocks are heating up, your Nasdaqs are waking up, and most of these are turning back around to the north side a little bit, and hence that's why I closed my AMD short, or part of it, not all of it, and then we just readjusted our stop to the size that we have left. Nvidia, obviously a stock that we always watch, bouncing off, looks like in front of 231, showing good support in front of 231, and now with the overall market that might just go a little bit higher. S&P 500 on the green side, right? S&P 500 in the green side, Nasdaq still on the red side, but with this move that's happening in the overall Nasdaq market, that's basically the tech market, Microsoft, AMD, and Apple, we could just turn green on Nasdaq too, which would be obviously beautiful for anyone who is looking for longs at the moment. Maybe a Tesla long that Miss V is still holding, I believe.
Yes, sir.
So Miss V is still holding that Tesla long. Beautiful, obviously no balls, but beautiful balls of steel over there for Miss V. Talking about the diamond hands.
Balls
of steel. It's like that's what they say when you're strong. It's like balls of steel, or like you have some nuts.
Okay, my balls are still everybody. But I mean, my entrance in this long trade is 10.28, so there was no critical level yet for me to start stressing out, right? And as we can see, QQQ showing some strength, a little, not strength, okay, some signs to go maybe higher. And Tesla, we went all the way to 10.42. My next out is supposed to be 10.43. So logically, if we got here, if QQQ won't dip to the lowest, we will slightly come back there. And again, I keep in mind yesterday's day, how from 1021 level we went back to what 1070s
yesterday
on Tesla. Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, and again, I'm out of 50%.
And you had that short from the top, right? Yeah.
Not from the top, like top I believe was around 1073. I got
I'm sorry that I was off by $3 on Tesla. You Tesla goddess. Tesla, $3 on Tesla is like 3 cents on Palantir, miss.
Yeah,
Come
that's
on.
true, though. That's true.
Come on, I didn't have the top tick by $3. That's a top tick.
Yeah.
On Tesla,
Thank
that's
you,
a top
Prad. Thank
take.
you so much. So important for me to hear when you like levels I take. And
Yeah.
actually, Neil yesterday also complimented my
Yeah, that's a top
trade.
take trade.
And that's like so great.
Yeah,
And like,
this girl's like crying about not getting a $3 away top tick. Listen, that's a beautiful trade. You smoked
you.
it. Pat yourself on the back.
Thank you.
Pat yourself on the back. All right. Congratulations on your great bill. All right, putting that joke aside, I was just saying that, you know, even being able to hold the Tesla trade that long, congratulations on her, which just shows the diamond hands capability she has. And she's about to go live on Monday, I believe. So that's going to be a great time to see. Yeah, go ahead. So you were saying something?
Yeah, hopefully, like on Monday, I suppose I should be able to log in into my live account. And then, like, I need to set up, like, my layout,
yeah.
all that stuff.
The layout was so easy. You can just transfer your TMS layout into your live layout, so you don't have to remake it.
Cool, that's fun. Then yes, Monday, guys. So please make sure you tune in on Monday to see how I lose for the first time real money. And guys, if you're also excited for me, like a lot of people were asking when I'm going live, we're excited for that, we're supporting me. Please smash the like button so it will bring some confidence in me and I will be a little less nervous for Monday first time live trading, but I feel pretty good of that, and I think I had enough time on TMS, which I'm very thankful too, because now I don't have fear. I'm on the opposite, excited, and I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, that's perfect. That's exactly the thing that we were always urging viewers to. It's obviously nothing wrong with paper trading. People just had this negative connotation around paper trading. Nothing wrong with it. And now she's gotten to the point where it doesn't even matter. The little moves here and there don't matter. It's all about the big move for her. So that's the level that she got to. And honestly, thanks to even herself to figuring out on the paper trading route, and if she just went the straight money route, it would have been probably painful and then even more stressful. Right, so
and
this
then I
route
would
is
be
less
scared
stressful
to come back, like, and continue trading.
No, it's like, no, you wouldn't be scared, but it would be stressful for sure.
Yeah,
it would have been stressful. So this route, you're doing a great job. This route. Coming back to the market, I have Tesla open, but I want to go look at Facebook. We haven't talked about Facebook at all. Let's go take a look at what Facebook is doing right now. Facebook is actually up on the day by 0.5% or more, trying to still go north side. High of day 225.13. And currently battling around 224.50s or so, trying to see if we can actually hold 224. Trying to see if we can actually hold 224 on the bids here for Facebook. So Facebook at the moment up on the day. Microsoft possibly up on the day. No, still down on the day, but very close to being positive on the day. And Apple in the same state as Microsoft over there, trying to still move north. This might just be the high day. No, it's not, because the opening candle is 171.78, and we are at 171.42 on Apple at the moment. Haven't even placed a trade at all this time since pre-market. Nothing wrong with that. You know, not trading is trading. Not being in a trade is being in a trade in itself. Being flat is basically a trade. That's the saying. And that comes from, you know, as long as you are actually spending the time to watch the market, learn the market, even not being in a single trade since pre-market and being able to sit here and talk to us and watch us. Maybe you're learning something. Maybe you're learning how not to trade by watching me. Maybe you're learning how to trade by watching me. All of that is just adding to your skill set at the end of the day. So congratulations for you for even waking up and doing what you're doing right now, and thank you for being here. Check Discord, Trader Prad. You like these. When Miss V takes her break, guys, or takes over for her break, or even in a few minutes, you know, when we switch over, I'll take a look at Discord. I just keep forgetting too. Can jump on at 1 p.m. to talk tech always. Whenever you want to, you're always welcome.
Who?
Justin.
Ooh la la.
Yeah, Justin.
Finally, Justin is back.
Yeah. Let's go to you're not trading, so what am I learning, Prad? I guess you're also learning from not trading in general, I guess, right? So that's all lessons at the end of the day, Robert. ATER short. ATER short. Let's go check out what ATER is going at the moment. ATER is going to the downside, but still up 11% on the day. Not sure exactly how ATER will work from here, because we're at bottoms on the day with being up on the day over here. So very confusing to me. Looks like ATER actually trying to close the gap by some sorts near 420, so it could drop another couple 10 cents here to the downside if it wants to. Later on, we'll think about maybe going long over here, but right now I'm good on going on the
Hi,
long side
Larissa.
and on the short side. Obviously ATER not really looking like if it wants to push, it maybe pushes 10 cents, but not maybe more than 10 cents. So that's why I don't want to short it, but also on the long end, I rather wait for the long end. I guess it's better. Why am I even reading messages anymore? I'm gonna lose, not read those sentences. Do you guys bet on sports? I do. I do bet on sports actually. And this Friday, tomorrow, I'm going to a bar to watch UFC. I don't even know what this bar is, so let me actually dox myself. Anyone from anyone's from Toronto and wants to take some pictures, wants to come hang out, drink some beer, or watch some UFC, we're gonna be here, St. Louis Bar at Queens Quay. I think
When?
that's how you call it. Tomorrow at the UFC fight time. So whatever time the UFC fight is, I'm not gonna give out too many details. You have to do some work for yourself. But I'm gonna be at that bar tomorrow. That's the only bar we could find that's playing the UFC, sadly. So a garbage bar. But we're just gonna go watch some good fun stuff over there, eat some food. Anyone wants to come hang out, come hang out.
All the traders?
All the traders, yeah. Anyone wants to come hang out, come hang out. Will be fun. So UFC, I'm gonna put some money on UFC for sure. Formula One, we're gonna be watching that. But sadly, Formula One is in the middle of the night. That's gonna be messing with my sleep cycle
Go
over
to the
there without a
club.
doubt. Sorry.
Go to the club.
It's gonna be it's gonna mess with my sleep cycle.
Oh yeah, your sleep cycle is so strong and like this, right?
On time. every
Right. I'm
time.
just kidding actually, but you're absolutely right. But you're still gonna watch it? Or
Yeah.
in the morning you will just watch
I'll-
highlights?
no. I'll watch it and then I'll go right back to bed.
Yeah.
I'll sleep like right after it.
It's Saturday.
Yeah.
Yeah, you still have whole Sunday, right?
Yeah.
So you'll be good.
Yeah.
By the way, yeah, that's super cool. I'm really excited to hear if any of your soft market
Yeah.
movers will come to that St. Louis on Queens
Yeah.
Quay. Fun, and location is super cool. I believe it's very close to Lakeshore. So nice. And guys, I see that a few people keep talking about that retailers, supermarket stocks, HD holding highs up 2.65%. Kroger is also up today. It was upgraded by Bank of America, price target $75. So that supermarket names are strong. And again, there are no significant news on those, but somehow all of them are ripping.
Yeah, HD, Home Depot. What else can we look
Kroger.
besides Home Depot? Kroger, KRR?
KR. I believe.
KR. KR also ripping. So a lot of these retails are moving. We already saw how Walmart was at all-time high not too long ago, a couple of days ago. Walmart is once again doing something crazy. Is this again a new all-time high on Walmart? Maybe not, because yeah, okay, take that sentence back, because we are exactly at all-time high on Walmart right now, creating all-time highs while we're talking about it. So thank you, Walmart, for just proving my statement with actual examples. So there we go, 158.43, new all-time high on Walmart. Target was also another one that was near all-time highs and was battling those areas. So let's go check out what Target is looking like. Actually, no, sorry, this was not the one. Maybe I'm thinking about something else that's not Target. But anyways, yeah, these retail stocks are indeed moving. Inflation or not, they don't care at the moment. Futures are moving back up north right now, which is good for me in case I can get more shares on the short side, but looks like they do not want to fill me. I also have my stop out pretty close to my entry. That way, if it does whipsaw against me, I don't lose too much, and it allows me to get right back into that trade for a possible move back to the downside. So letting the futures move around. And actually, Arun's coming here. Are you still short biased on futures? He's sticking with it, he says. So there's your answer for anyone that's wondering on that side. Actually, Arun, we have a couple people messaging me going, I got to come down to Toronto office and watch Arun trade, because this man is crazy. The things he does is absolutely monstrous. Well, sad for you, buddy. Arun's only here when there's a reason for him to be. Even I don't have the privilege to watch him trade on a day-to-day basis. I have to actually bug the man in his messages while he's actually watching Netflix series all the time. So I feel like kind of...
It's not as interesting as it sounds, because once I make my move,
Yeah.
I'm doing absolutely nothing.
Just watching TV.
I'm just watching
Exactly. He said, once I make my move, I'm just watching TV. So there we go. There's the answer for it.
I'm short, right? But I'm stepping out.
That's right. I mean, you have your stops out and everything. Yeah. Yeah. He's about to go for a walk right now while the market's pretty much close to, well, not his stop, but my stop. So, Miss V ban time. But so yeah, it is the expertise, the levels, the even the able to composure off the on himself, knowing what he's about to do. The rules are set for him. He knows exactly what his rules are gonna do. He doesn't know what the markets are gonna do, but he knows how to play within those rules that he already has set up. And that's what everyone needs to do at the end of the day. Have a system, have a rule, and don't break it. It's when I break those rules that you see a slipper flying across the room. But it's when I don't break those rules, he comes and he says, "Yo, good job, you did good today." So that's what I want. I want some appreciation. I want some acknowledgement instead of slippers to the face. Miss V.
Prad, I'm actually keeping an eye on the like button. It's now 12:13 Friday afternoon, and guys, we're at 467 likes. Again, I'm not pushing or trying to annoy you. I think it's so easy, like just get the habit to smash the like button, because we're streaming on YouTube. We're YouTube family and community. Literally, we are here every day together, talking, trading to each other, fights, and making jokes. So please just smash that like button. Maybe it's not that important to you, but if we ask, it's obviously very important for us, to all of the community, and helps to improve YouTube algorithm. More people can find about us. YouTube will put our videos first in the search, and so on and so forth. And of course, it's important for us, for Prad and me, to see, guys, that you like video, to see more feedback from you. We have a lot of people on the chat, but not everyone in there, right? So we still want to see you interact with the like button. So happy to see, guys, a lot of love, hearts on the chat. We love you.
Yeah, it looks like this is what Mookie has over there. We're hosting a special podcast, and today our guest will be one of the parties Hindenburg claims it spoke within the supporting its claim of $1 million was a fraud. Teams Hindenburg may have misrepresented what he said. You won't want to miss this exclusive, important interview. Who's this guy? Chairman, CEO of MULN. Of company, blah blah blah. What are you? Do you own MULN? Who are you? Todd Alt. So whatever this is about, I guess we might have to focus on this one. I'll be honest, I'm not gonna focus on that one. I'll just wait for the report to come out, and I'll read the report afterwards. Yeah, I have no opinions on it. I have no opinions on it. I'm just gonna wait for the information to come out, and then I'll play the information. I have zero opinions on it. I don't know if this company is good. I don't know if this company is bad, and I honestly don't care about any of that. All I care is about what the stock is doing, and right now what the stock is doing indeed is going north side, and I do not have a trade on it. I just simply do not have a trade on it. Moving off from MULN though, SPY growing green today. SPY is green already, my friend. SPY is actually green on the day right now, and is trying to stay green by the skin of its teeth. It's doing everything it's possible in its path over here. It's pushing the Apples, it's pushing the AMDs, it's pushing the Nvidias, doing everything it can to stay green. It's holding the 4,500 level right now, and we're actually short on the futures. We did not get a reload, so we're still waiting for the short to come back and reload for us. Can I type, computer? Thank you. So there we go. So we did not get the chance to reload, but still playing around from the 4510 to 4500 level on the futures over here. Prad, did you see AMG's Puma sneakers? No, I did not, and I probably won't until somebody shows it to me. So yeah. Boeing short, puts, sell calls. Boeing short is what I'm being seen in the chat being called out. Boeing is obviously only time I would short Boeing is when there's an actual really big substance, like catalyst for it, and the catalyst would basically be around the terms that something bad happened, another flight missing or some sorts, or even worse than that. That's the only time I'm actually looking to short Boeing with news behind it. When there's no news behind Boeing, I want to be hands off on it. Alex said check my Discord too, but where am I checking Discord? I don't really have anything coming in in on the messages side, so I don't really see anything on that. But Boeing, coming back to Boeing, I'm not really ever willing to short Boeing without news, and I'm always willing to go long Boeing. And you guys know the reasoning behind it. There's only two companies that make really commercial sized flights. It's Boeing and Airbus, and obviously we can't trade Airbus since it's in France, and we can't trade Boeing, so that's the idea behind that one. Where are we going to? Too many people are tagging me, but I don't see stocks being put in there, so I'm not gonna read any messages that don't have any stocks in them. I'm being honest. So Oxy is the only first thing that I see right now that got tagged with my name behind it. So I'm gonna look at Oxy. Oxy at the moment moving back to the north side, 61.24 being the high of the day. It's going to maybe take out the high of the day or reject it and give you another short opportunity like it did previously from 61 to 60.50. So giving you a beautiful 50-cent retracement to the downside, or a breakout of the high and a rip for even more new highs. So Oxy did get upgraded, got downgraded, and then now they got upgraded again, and now it's putting it in near almost, I want to be careful when I say this. Yeah, good job, I was careful. Not almost, but in the 52-week range, high ranges, 63.24 being the 52-week high for Occidental Petroleum, OXY, on New York. Obviously, when you're trading Oxy, you want to make sure you have the crude futures on somewhere, CLK22NM. So CLK22 currently still under 100 and actually only up 0.8%, which is what we were up more than 1% at one point on these futures. No way one would short Oxy at this time.
Markets are going higher.
Sorry, Miss V?
Markets are going higher.
Markets are indeed trying to go higher. Well, they just keep bouncing from 4,500 to 4,510. So the fact, though, that we're bouncing so much around these ranges, it could just take out the highs and start going higher without a doubt. So right now, markets are trying to go higher. Let's see if they fill me on the short. They did not fill me on the short. We're just trying to reload on the shorts over there. So it looks like they're not going to give that to me, and we're just going to be trading sideways a little bit longer. It is now almost 20 minutes into lunchtime. So being 20 minutes into lunchtime, let me actually do this real quick. Being 20 minutes into lunchtime, you want to make sure 45.15, 45.1. 1, yeah, screw it. Let's do 45.11. We'll stop that script and we'll throw this script up there just in case it comes to stop us out. And awesome. So you want to make sure that you focus on where volume is, because we're in lunchtime right now. It could be the reason why the stocks are just consolidating sideways, especially the futures, just going sideways for most part and not really doing anything exciting. Maybe we go take a look at Microsoft real quick, which is still above 300 and only down 0.25% on the day. Apple's still above 171, but still down 0.34% on the day. Here comes futures. I did get my reload on my futures short, and now the question is, do I get stopped out for barely any money? If I do get stopped out, I don't lose much on that, or do I turn this into another big winner to the downside? Okay, I'm reloaded, instantly a point in the money. Obviously, that's not anything for me to gloat about and be excited about. But the good thing is the stocks don't look like they want to rip too far to the north side. They just want to trade a little bit more sideways before anything happens. Misty, I'm gonna go to the washroom real quick.
Sure, Prad, as you say, markets and stocks are want to move sideways. I still hope that that's the opposite, that we really want to do this jump to the upside, because I'm long biased. I'm holding Tesla long and I really wanted to spike. I love seeing QQQ is now down only 0.43%. I'm saying only because we were down. Woohoo! We are moving, guys. We broke 1040 on Tesla. I will hit this rocket ship, and again, my next out, it's supposed to be at 1044. Our previous highs or highs of the day, they're a little bit higher than 1042. So I don't know, hopefully it will execute another 20% of my long position at 1043 in meantime. And so again, my in was 1028, first out was 1033 and 1040. I'm looking for 1043. Please, Tesla, please, Elon, bring this for me. And again, guys, another name I was looking to forward today, which was kind of disappointing for me, that BWV. BWV. While I'm talking about my trades, guys, you're more than welcome to bring names on the chat. I will, with pleasure, take a look at them. So that one is BWV. BWV, also on Nasdaq. Yeah, and I was expecting for it to go a little bit higher, and on opposite, we're slowly going lower. Out of this 13 level, we are now at 11, and might go all the way to the $9. Anyways, I have my long order at 14.50, but we never got there, so I never got into the trade. But again, let's see, maybe during power hour something crazy will happen and I will get in. I will bring my Tesla back in case. Yeah, you see, looks like we're trying to get rejected out that 1042 level, but we are still holding. What will you trade live on Monday? Eva, it's a good question. I don't know yet. I will definitely take a look at our watch list on Monday. I will try to find, maybe I will concentrate on low float stocks. We'll try to make money on that, but I'm not sure I will be trading Tesla because again, when you're just starting to go live with Day Trade World Pro Firm platform, Pro 8, you have you kind of can lose on the day only $50. I mean, Tesla moving $50 on the day, and stock costs more than $1,000, so it's definitely like not my type of the stock. Like even if I trade 10 shares, like $2 move to the upside of it, to the downside against me, I'm out. So I would love, guys, to see on the chat what you're gonna trade and jump on the same names you are going to trade, because I know you are great at that. OTB, Chisco, what are you going live on your own channel? No, I'm going live. This is my channel, Prad and mine, and I'm going live on my platform. So I'm now on TMS, which is simulator, and on Monday I will go live, like real market, real money.
She goes live in a theater near you.
I'm gonna sing live.
Yeah.
Justin Bieber's song.
Yeah, let's do it. I'll do it with you.
I will never say never.
I will something till
I will
forever.
fight.
Forever.
Make it right.
All right, the futures are bumping up a little bit over here. I'm surprised my stop didn't go off. My stop should be going off. Hello, stop, go off. Hello. I'm glad it's not going off, but it should be going off. I'm surprised why it's not. Okay. Let me just quickly pull it up over here, MES/M22CM. I'm glad it's not going off, though, because hopefully the market goes back to the downside. Let me actually pull up Microsoft and Apple on my second screen here. They changed to something else. So Microsoft, Apple, Microsoft's really under 301 right now, trying to battle the 301 area. And Apple is also near 172, high a day almost. Apple pretty much still negative, and Microsoft still negative, but to the really flat side, not negative drastically, so not much going on over there. So let's see what happens with our futures. If this point breaks on futures, I'm surprised I'm not getting stopped out. What's going on with this order? Let me just cancel that order then, and I have to manually get out of this one for a tiny loss over here. Yeah, we're just gonna get out of here for a tiny loss and come back closer to 45.15. Still up on the day on futures over here. Let's see what happens around 45.15. Futures now taking off north. That's probably going to be taking off my other positions, such as AMD, which is now in the negative, but we do have our stop out there to see to get stopped out. We already banked up enough money on AMD to not worry about what's going on, but also Affirm returning back to my original order, almost only 16 cents AFRM, only 16 cents in the money on Affirm at the moment, only 10 cents in the money on AMD at the moment. So let's see, if I want to reload, we can think about reloading on Affirm and AMD at some point, especially if market doesn't really go too far to the north side. So MES/M22CM. Let's go MES/M22. MES/M22CM, and throw out my order for the high day fill. Let's see if we can get the high day fill over here on futures. High day 45.15, and we're gonna throw that order there. Come on, load up. There we go. Throw out the order at 45.15. Where is it sitting at right now? Actually, it's sitting at 45.14. Okay, awesome. So a couple more points up in futures over here. Let's see if we can get that beautiful fill, and then we're not giving it too much risk past that, which I already know I don't want to. So let me also make that order 45.115. So let's do 45.16 for Oops. I'm just making some orders for anyone wondering what I'm doing over here. 45.75. Oh, that's why maybe it didn't work. So let's do this way. 45.20. Bang. Come on, now let's see if they can fill me on my order. Only a couple more points and we get more short on the futures reload. Come on, futures, fill me, fill me, fill me. Go up a little bit more. A little bit more. Come on. In the meantime, we're going to look for some trades across somewhere else. Maybe Roblox. Where's Roblox? Roblox moving back to $44 here. I actually don't have any shorts on Roblox if I remember correctly. You need shorts. Oh, you don't need shorts on Roblox. Maybe I'm thinking about Rivian actually. So you need to have shorts on Rivian if you want to short it. Microsoft very close to 301 here. Almost flat on the day on Microsoft. Insanity. What's the other one that we were talking about? Apple. Apple also almost flat on the day. Currently at 171.66, almost at the 172. Let's see if Microsoft can manage to get up there at the moment when futures are up. By futures, I'm talking about Nasdaq, sorry, not Nasdaq, S&P 500, which are currently up almost 0.5% on the day, but Nasdaq is actually down 0.5% on the day still. There we go. We got our futures short now. We're waiting to see if we can work with our short here, or do we get stopped out on a point move to the north side. And this is our biggest futures short opportunity. Oh, instantly got stopped out on that one. Good thing that we had our stop out there though, so I didn't lose anything on that one. Looks like it punched up and then instantly got punched back to the downside. So let's focus on this one. Couple seconds here. I don't want to be hasty with this order. I want to be a little focused on where the buyers are. Let me also start filtering the tape for over one contract, so we can focus on what's going on over here. 2 contracts or more is what I want to focus on. And also looks like some of these other positions are also going north at the moment. So it looks like everything's turning north.
That's
so
right.
Longs are working. You want to talk about your Tesla?
Absolutely.
I think Tesla's working, yeah?
Yes, Brad. Thank
Let's
you.
go.
And also, I see a lot of people ask about that. We finally broke that 10.42 level, which is high of the day. We broke it to the upside. I got out another 20% of my position now, holding 30% of overall my long trade on Tesla. And again, hopefully markets will give us more opportunities. But let's see now if we will hold strong above that 23 level. But again, that we broke high of the day is a very good sign. Anyways, as I am having now 30% of my position, I will just set stop loss somewhere near my entrance. Maybe if we break at around maybe 10:30, I will give myself still that $2 win per share in the money in case I will be my stop loss will get in. Other than that, I will be holding. I can see Tesla to go to 1050s today. It depends on the markets overall, if we will have strength. But anyways, I'm super satisfied that I'm out of majority of my trade, and we can calculate how many money per share, profit per share.
Units per share, profit per share.
Yeah, so 1043. Sorry guys, I'm gonna use calculator. Best trader of the month, minus 1028. So it's $15 per share in the money, which is great.
Absolutely crazy. $15. Monster trader over here. Can't wait to see her go live and start smacking all these fools that are sitting in front of her. Everyone who hasn't graduated yet, get ready. Miss V is about to lap you guys. She's about to lap all you fools who are not graduated yet. And we have on our floor, there's a graduation requirement. You need to make X amount of dollars to go from a lower shutdown to a higher shutdown. And I'm putting that out there right now. My pick was Ian. Scratch that pick. Valeria's gonna lap Ian, and Ian's gonna be looking at her in the rear view mirror. Ian's right now Mercedes, and she's Ferrari out here. Okay?
Oh, wow.
She's Ferrari,
Brad,
Ian's Mercedes.
thank you.
Seat
Thank
10,
you for
seat
believing in
6.
me.
It's over. It's game over for Ian. Game over, Ian, buddy.
Yeah,
game
and then
over.
I come and lose on the first day.
No. I'm telling you, you're not gonna lose on the. I already know.
I'll do my best.
I got a crystal ball for you.
I'll do my best. I will you know me.
Yeah, maintain your risk. You learned a lot
Yes.
to be stupid on day one. You've learned
Yes.
a lot to be stupid on day one.
That's right.
So I believe in you.
Thank
The
you.
question is, do you believe in yourself?
do believe in
That's all
myself.
that matters. That's all that matters at the end of the day. She believes in herself. Future shorts are now 5 points in the money. We did get back after getting stopped out on that one, but I'm not happy about how much I'm in the money. Like, I'm big time in the money because I took I'm max contracts right now. I actually can't load up any more contracts. I'm gonna get buying power rejections over here. I'm max contract short on the day right now, and my stop is already set out in case it does push back up. I take that loss and I move on. So we are now watching it come back down. We're still in the money on futures if I close all my contracts, but if I don't close all my contracts and they rip back up to the north side, I will be negative on this by a slight amount. But here comes futures. We got the short where we actually wanted. I'll be honest, if I got stopped out on this 4900, I wanted to short 4515, and I just obviously didn't follow my own rules, got in a couple places, scalped a couple wins here or there, but now my actual short, which is the high day short, 4515, giving it the break of 4516, which is the high day now, compared to the previous high day, take some off at 4505. I'll actually might think about that. Thank you for some suggestion over there. I actually will think about that because it will be stupid for me to not do so. So let's actually throw an order out here to take some off at 4505. That way, if it does come back up, I'm not complaining about it, and at the same time, it allows me to build a contract on the way down if it does come back down. But right now, we are under 45.10. I'm about 6 points in the money on my future short. My average price 4514.50. Let's see how low can we take it. And this is basically because Microsoft was very close to 301, and I started watching Microsoft reject around there, and Apple also was very close to 172, and Apple started rejecting from there too. I'm guessing Tesla was around the highs where Miss V took our target. Is Tesla taking off to the downside? Not really. Tesla is making a green can. Trying to?
It's trying to go higher. Like
Trying to go higher. Yeah, indeed. Looks like that's the story for everything. So this little short that I'm in the money for could just be a fake drop to the downside. Could be longs covering near higher days just so they don't want to they don't want to be scared out of that possible breakout or possible not breaking out to the high side. So that's what it could be. Also, be very careful. Tesla long now 1050. Yeah, Tesla, as Miss V already said, I think 1050 was the number that I heard her say.
Yeah, I'm looking for 1050.
Yeah, that was the number I heard her say.
Also, someone asked, like, can we take a look at Nasdaq? I mean, Arun is out of here. He would be the. Oh no! Are you good?
That was a loud one, huh?
Wow.
That was a loud one.
Like, I'm always so scared when you play with that thing.
Oh.
But anyways, Arun is the best one who could take a look at QQQ. But as we see the Prad becoming better and better, even though slippers around me, maybe he can take a look at Nasdaq. So yeah, QQQ, any thoughts?
I was gonna ban that guy. Yeah, thank you for just muting him. QQQ, any thoughts? Yeah, Nasdaq. Obviously,
He's
actually
banned
just.
forever now.
Sorry.
He's banned forever.
Yeah, like that's not a fun statement to read in a chat. QQQ. Now I basically stare at Nasdaq for the most part. So why don't we just talk about the futures? So I'm not really looking at the ETFs, but they're the same thing at the end of the day. Nasdaq 14,500 is a pretty significant level from previous. I do remember seeing this number standing out for over the whole week. I remember seeing this number. Now for Nasdaq, still down 0.5% on Nasdaq when S&P 500 is actually in the green side. So I would like for Nasdaq to stop going down, stop burning your Apples and your AMDs and your Microsofts, even Tesla. Tesla is number 5 weighted in Apple in Nasdaq 100, I believe. So for that, we just go QQQETF.com. ETF.com on QQQ, and we can go scroll down over here and look at what the weightage are. So you can see, where is it? Apple 1, 2, 3, 4. Tesla is number 4th weighted, based on at 5%. It's actually weighted more than Google. That's very surprising to me. I would have thought that Google would be more than Tesla and Nvidia. Google is a big company. Why aren't these as big as Apple and Microsoft percentages? Maybe they need to hire me to manage their their fund over here because they're screwing up. But obviously,
sure.
I guess they like Tesla. They put more Tesla than Google, and if Tesla moves around to the upside or to the downside, there is a possible move along of almost 5%, or the equivalent math. If anyone is willing to do the equivalent math for me, QQQ will move a certain percentage based on Tesla because it is 5%. Apple is 12, Microsoft is 10, Amazon 7. Looks like they actually raised Apple. I think Apple used to be 10 and Microsoft used to be also 10, but slightly below Apple. But now Apple is way higher than Microsoft. Now almost 12.5% of the market is basically Apple itself. ES holding support. ES indeed holding support at 45.10, which was previous highs. So ES is not going too far to the downside. This is your S&P 500 futures that we're talking about for anyone who's wondering what ES is. S&P 500 futures. Currently holding at the 50-period EMA, also happens to be the previous consolidation highs, which was 45.07 to 45.10. Let's see if it's able to get below this and pay us, or does it actually burn us one more time by going straight through to the north side? Wow, Tesla. Yeah, Miss V had a wow Tesla trade also. Let's go. MULN. MULN once again moving. Yeah, okay, MULN, I see you. MULN once again to the north side. Look at that, 666 over there. That's pretty cool. Wow, they just took out that whole level. Obviously, 66,000 shares on a $2 stock is, how much is that notional? 66, 1, 2, 3 times 2.6 is $171,000. So I basically could take out that whole level myself with my buying power, and I could have done it 10 times more. So nothing really to stand out over there on the bids. MULN though trying to hold up around the 50-period EMA, which is around $2.60. Also was the previous resistance levels that I was talking about. So managing to get above the previous resistance and creating a new resistance, new high of day around $2.77. 78 million shares traded. Previously, MULN's relative volume was 0.4, and now we're looking at 0.69. 69, funny number. But yeah, let's see if MULN can manage to do this. Prad 1 million buying power, indeed. I could get more though. It's just that I've never had a reason to ask for more. So that's pretty much that.
Wow.
Activision's going to the north side right now, and I'm actually been short Activision all day. This is my only negative stock so far, burning me. Activision getting up to $80.50 almost. Let's see if Activision can actually do it. I'm short around $80.33, so I'm out of the money by 10 pennies here on Activision. And I've only booked some loss on Activision, but my unrealized loss on this one is pretty far out there that I don't even like it. Now I'm debating if I want to add to this position, or do I start covering some of these losses and walk away from this one. Not sure what I want to do. Obviously, I was very bearish on Activision coming into the day, thinking that it's not going to go above $80.20. Now we're looking at almost $80.50, which should be the final barrier for Activision, which should be the perfect spot to load up in the short side for anyone who is thinking short. But obviously, I jumped the gun over here way too early, and now I'm having to pay for it. AMD now absolutely flat on the day for me, but we still have some size left, and since we're short the futures, might as well stay short AMD and not get out of this one. But we are flat on this position. Affirm also flat on the position. We still have the same amount of size that we have from before. Same amount of size that after scalping out the profits to the downside. So since we the same idea over there that I'm have for AMD, we have a stop. We stick to our plan. We stick to the trade. If we lose on the last quarter of our shares that we have left after already banking the wins that we did, you can't be complaining about that. You cannot be complaining about that. So we're just gonna let the stock do what it wants to do. We have a plan and we stick to the plan.
Prad, thank you to Neil. Biden is talking right now, but as Neil said, it's important to understand that he's talking about Supreme Court confirmation. So hopefully that won't bring the markets to the downside. Are you short?
What does that even mean? Supreme Court confirmation?
I have no idea.
The person who's
Oh
getting elected to
yes,
Supreme
Drew
Court.
Jackson, historic and producing
Got it. That makes
confirmation.
sense.
Yeah. Oh, that's nice. Actually, I hope it's on the opposite. Those are great news, and it can push the markets higher. And actually, stylish sunglasses there, Mr. President, aviators, and looks like a nice weather in Washington. It's Washington.
Yeah.
I'm jealous.
Look at that sun gleaming off his forehead.
Yeah, they're wearing like jackets. We still
Yeah.
have to wear like Canada
Coats.
gooses.
Yeah.
Oh, Canada.
Our home and native land. Yeah, that's stylish over there. Whoever's styling Joe Biden, I need to hire them for myself. Obviously, step my gaming up, my style up a little bit over there. Futures did manage to pop up to 45.10, but still seeing rejection around 45.10. And we have our stop out. We have our trade plan. We stick to our plan and work with our plan at the end of the day. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. That's the plan, right? It's going to be 70 degrees in New York. Obviously, I don't know the math differential between Celsius and Fahrenheit. You got to do the math for me and let me know. That way, I'll actually know what 75 in New York is in Canada, math relative style. Valeriia can style you, Prad. That's true. Valeriia does
What?
have swag. That is true.
Oh,
They said you can
thank
style me.
you. I
Yeah.
can
Yeah.
easily. I can do it better than
I do
Mr.
have to go
President
shopping,
Biden.
so maybe we go shopping today.
That would be fun.
Yeah. It looks like AMD stopped me out. Okay, AMD popped up over there. AMD stopped me out just now. Tiny little loss on AMD. Still up on the day, though, and that's the plan overall. And Affirm is still very close to our stop, so let's see what happens on Affirm over there. And now we're just working with the futures. The futures are only trade that we want to really be in. As I mentioned not too long ago, I'm really focusing on futures right now. I wanna learn how to trade futures better, build the skill set for it. That way I can start becoming Arun in a way more than being Prad, right? Because Arun brings in the Boku bucks, and that's where I want to be. I want to be Boku bucks. I don't want to be no buck Prad. I want to be Boku bucks Prad. Walmart losing steam. Obviously, Walmart being at the all-time high areas has to eventually lose some steam and come back down, and that's what we're looking at right now. Below 50, below 100, both the EMAs that I have on my chart about to go down to maybe even VWAP, but this consolidation over here looks like it's going to act as a barrier to go to the downside, and it's actually very close to VWAP, only 9 cents, 10 cents away from VWAP over here on this consolidation bottom. So it could find some buyers here, get ready to go back up to 158. Looks like a head and shoulders pattern. I always forget what the head and shoulders pattern does, so let me just quickly go here. What does the head and shoulders pattern do? So it goes bang, 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 and all the way back to the downside. So it's basically showing that we tried once here. The second time we managed to get past here, but then we came back down. On the third time, we should manage to get back higher than this and this. That would be the right idea. But since we did not manage to get back higher than this on the third time, the head and shoulders pattern identifies that there could be a possible move lower because buyers did not show up higher than this. And sellers showed up more around the same level as this. So the idea is it's going to go to the downside. This is why I always say it's better to just understand the idea behind the setup or not the setup, idea behind the pattern as to what's going on in terms of psychology and the buyers and the sellers, instead of just blindly going into the setup itself or the pattern itself, right? So this is one of the reasons why I don't use said patterns, death candles or those candles or Walmart's or not Walmart's or your what are those things called, the dead cat bounces and whatnot, whatever those pattern sticks are. Most of the time it's better to understand the idea behind the candlestick pattern or a chart pattern than it is to actually learn them, by heart them, and trade them. It's the idea that you need to know. Brad, could you check HD for sure? Home Depot was also ripping not too long ago. Miss V called this L4s actually, and Home Depot just hanging out near $310 ever since she called it out. It's actually holding the 100-period EMA almost like glue. It's not going too far to the downside, and then it's actually finding support at the 100-period EMA. So it looks like there's tons of buyers coming in today for Home Depot, allowing it to stay propped up at the high side of almost 2.5% here. I don't know why I said almost. It is basically 2.5%, and and not letting it go too far to the downside, especially when the market, I don't want to say market shows us weakness when NASDAQ is actually not NASDAQ. S&P 500 is actually green on the day by almost 0.5% here, and NASDAQ is actually on the inverse, which is negative on the day with 0.5% of the downside. So I don't want to say that we are seeing weakness in the market, because obviously market is indeed green. Since we are talking about the market, let's go check out other markets such as IWM Russell 2000. On the day today, IWM Russell 2000 also positive. This is a bigger basket of stocks, 2,000 stocks in total, basically low cap stocks in general though. So IWM Russell 2000 positive on the day, good for the overall market over there. DIA is also another one we can look at. It's diamonds, basically Dow Jones 30. Dow Jones 30 today, way stronger than NASDAQ, right? Almost up 1% over here, way stronger than the S&P 500 too. But the idea is Dow Jones only has 30 stocks in their basket compared to S&P 500 and NASDAQ, which has 100 stocks in their basket. Oh, all right, Missy, I'm gonna take a break over here and let you talk for a second. My throat's dead.
Give me a second.
No worries. So someone said, can you take a look
All
at...
good.
Okay. I'll talk about CRAD and then you can take over for a second. CWRD. What am my mouse going to? CWRD, CrowdStrike. You said, why is CRWD, I think, right? Yeah, CRWD is CrowdStrike. Why is it weak all of a sudden? You know, obviously they did get a positive catalyst to the north side, which ended up putting it up there, and now they're only up 0.5%. Just getting a contract doesn't mean anything. You actually have to prove to us that you have some news behind it. So this is you've heard this before, but just sell the news and buy the rumors. So when the rumors came out that the government is looking for companies to invest in, or not invest in, but companies to beef up their cybersecurity over there, that's your chance to buy the rumor. You should have bought the rumor of all IT companies that do cybersecurity. And now that they picked CrowdStrike to be the victor, after hours move was the most of it, and then now we're just trying to fill the gap to the downside. I wouldn't say this is weak, but it still has a little bit of a downside today in it, without doubt. Let's see.
Oh, guys, I'm actually fully out of my Tesla trade. This is super weird. Maybe I did something wrong. Yeah, I believe I was supposed to put a stop loss for myself, as I was telling to you, at 10:30. So if stock goes all the way to 10:30, I would kicked out by my stop loss. Still would make me $2 in the money per share. But somehow at 10:38, I'm fully out. Okay, thank you. Well, anyways, guys, it's a very profitable trade for me. Even this out is $10 per share in the money. This one is 15. But anyways, it's a little bit sad because I planned a little bit different outcome of this trade, but that's fine. Anyways, hopefully, I still hope Tesla will go to 1050. It's always good to know that plan behind is working. And actually, I wanted to bring you this, guys. We passed 7,000 followers on our main TraderTV.Live page on Instagram. Thank you so much, guys. And I remind you, Liz is now taking care of our Instagram. So we post regularly. We have fun, education in here, a lot of stuff. We post stories. And here's that post for 7,000. So we would really appreciate if you follow us. And again, it's a great... Can you speak a little bit slower? Thank you. And guys, we would really appreciate if you follow us, and it's a great opportunity for you to check if those accounts are legit. All the accounts we're following in here are real, these 6 accounts. Other than that, fake. A lot of scammers out there. I just really want you to protect you. The only way for you to protect yourself is to make sure, like these 6 people, you're following those. And remember, our main accounts, okay, except for Sean. If you go to me, I saw my fake accounts. They, for example, follow like 200 people. No, we wouldn't. We would follow only TraderTV.Live accounts. So let me see what Insta stories we have in here.
What the?
Boo.
You got blocked.
I shouldn't. Your story. Oh, here we go. It's Neil talking about my yesterday's short on Tesla. I'm so honored to hear like compliments from Neil. And here the second K post, and this is actually Day Trade the World post. So guys, just follow us, all of us.
Day Trade the World actually has some very good notes on there.
Yeah.
They post very good educational content. We're actually sponsored by Day Trade the World, so go follow them too. There's a lot of educational content coming on there. So remember, I was scared for my Activision short. Well, guess who's not scared about his Activision short anymore, because it's actually coming down with the overall market now. 10 points in the money on the future short. Let me show you my futures. As one of the viewers said, Prad, cover some at 45.05, and I had an order out there just now, not too long ago. It got wicked into. Now we're at the 100 period EMA, 10 points down, one contract covered. We still have most of our other contracts sitting there. Oh, there he is, Saad Mahmoud. Oh yeah, Miss V pronounced your name so perfectly that it made me so happy. Yeah, Mahmoud. Saad, obviously a beautiful call out on telling me to cover some at 45.05. Knowing me, my greed would have probably made me not cover any, but so thank you for even putting that out there. You see, even viewers make our better on a daily basis. I absolutely love it. Link it. Yeah, Justin put the link for the Day Trade the World Instagram. Thank you, Justin. I didn't even think about that. Thank you for that. Obviously, for anyone who wants to go check out, that link is right there in the chat from Justin. Kuzak?
Let me try. Kozak.
Koza.
I'm not sure.
Kozic? I think you're better than mine.
Kozak.
Yeah. We'll find
We'll
out
find
though in
out.
about
Again,
5-10
10
minutes.
what's your version?
Kuza.
Kozak.
Koza.
Let's see. He's gonna come. Justin finally gonna come back to market movers, and we will find Kuzak or Kozak.
Well, I guess we're both wrong, because he said, "Oh, come on," in the chat.
Yeah. Oh no.
I think we're both
It's
wrong.
so bad. Like it's so bad when you like say someone's last name incorrect. But
Yeah.
sorry, Justin.
We're trying. We're just trying our best. We love you. He knows it. He knows we
And
love
again,
him.
English is our second language. No offense. You're
What is-
both wrong, Justin.
what is this over here? Someone's tagging me about some shoe. Not sure what I'm looking at. What am I looking at over here? Oh, you're talking about the AMC shoe, I think, right?
AMG?
AMC, unisex Puma shoes. Oh, right there, AMG Petronas. Oh, Mercedes AMG. I thought it was the AMC shoe. No,
and look,
okay.
I found the one in blue actually.
Okay. Yo, those look like the Versace shoes a little bit, like the Dolce & Gabbana Versace shoes.
For me, look more like Nike Air
that's true
Air
too.
Max.
Air Maxes. Well, is that a Puma too? I guess they're both
It is,
Puma.
yeah,
I guess
Petronas
they're
also.
both Puma. So yeah, okay. I thought you were talking about AMC shoes. No, you're talking about Mercedes AMG shoes. That's cool. Yeah, it's pretty cool actually. Thank you for putting that in there. And for anyone who's not
They look like Skechers. I hope Martha Stewart collaboration with Skechers.
For anyone who's not on our Discord, make sure you click or type ! Discord. Sign up there. Tons of fun conversations, stocks and not stocks related. Especially tomorrow, there's gonna be a lot of sports conversations in there for Formula One, for UFC, and everything all across the board. So come join us. Come join us on the beautiful Discord server that I'm trying to build for this community. It's pretty slow over there on the volume end. So obviously we would like for more people to be active on it. That way we could build a better community. I also want to hold competitions on there. This is actually something I was thinking about in the shower today. I want to hold a competition for the artistic people in our community.
Okay.
For example, they draw you, me, Shauna's out, and then we can have the viewers vote on those pictures, and whoever wins, I can give them $100 out of my own pocket. Right?
Wow,
So I was
what a
thinking about that.
generosity. That's actually a great
$100
idea.
is nothing. I blow that on like stupid stuff on a daily
That's
basis,
cool.
right?
Or also, I was thinking, guys, I know that like a lot of you are asking us to create more merchandise, and then maybe
And we
those
can
pictures.
put that on there.
Yes, maybe
Yeah.
those pictures that win we can use for our merchandise. And for example, plus I'm not sure about that $100 out of your pocket. I think like we need to think about this one. But
I'm not gonna even expense it. I'll just do it. But
Okay,
yeah,
sure.
yeah.
But to
Yeah.
that, we maybe can create create merge
Yeah.
based on those like digital
We could have
pictures.
a merge contest.
Yeah, digital pictures,
Yeah.
and send out some merch to that
Yeah.
person for free.
Yeah.
Yeah, we would love, guys, if you
So
would
let's-
love to collaborate somehow and bring us more ideas for merch, and we would love, of course, that to be in a digital format.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
we'll obviously have to run it through the whole umbrella, but I would love for it to do something
Yes,
like that.
absolutely.
Yeah. Tell Prad the F1 stock is FWONA, but he's not listening when I tell him. He's not listening when I tell him I know he loves them. How do I even pull that out? Is it on pink sheets? FWA F1A. F1. Oh, that's a pretty clever name over there. Not sure how I pulled them up though. Oh, on what is this? What did I just pull them up on? On NASDAQ? No way they're on NASDAQ. Okay. F1 on NASDAQ. Currently absolutely flat. No volume at all on this. It makes sense though. Like, who's really trading the stock? Dude, if I knew Formula One had a stock, I would have gone long on this. What the heck? F1A. Liberty Media Corporation. Series A Liberty Formula One. Are you kidding me? When did this go public? I would have... That's an eyes closed go long even at this low candle at $16.99? Bruh. Wow. I'm upset.
50,000 on my head is disrespect.
I'm upset, indeed. Yeah, Las Vegas, Prad, you know. Now you know. Yeah, dude, I can't wait for the Las Vegas circuit. I'm going to be there without a doubt. I promise you guys, I'll be there without a doubt. 2023, November. Prad's gonna be in Vegas. We're gonna have a fun time. The viewers.
Justin is coming.
Justin's here. Yeah, baby. You want to interview Justin today?
I want to go on my break.
Okay, sure.
Bow down.
VP line on the 3-minute chart just moved up on TradingView for me. Volume point, VP, I'm not sure what VP you're talking about, but volume point of control maybe is what I'm talking about. I'm guessing. IPOF Starlink, not happening. That's just a rumor. It's not gonna happen. But let me confirm if you are being serious about that. IPOF. If the first few links don't tell me Starlink, then it's an absolute rumor. So, and the reason behind it is there is no reason for Elon Musk to IPO through a reverse SPAC. There's absolute no reason for him to do so. If he wants to go IPO on Starlink, he will do so naturally the same way he will do for SpaceX. And this is not an opinion. This is an answer. But I could be wrong on that answer, and I will believe that answer when I actually see substance behind it. As Miss V said, though, we actually have a beautiful human sitting next to me. What's up, Justin?
Hey, Prad, how's it going, man?
Good, man. Always good. Always great to have you back. How's life right now?
Life's great, man. Just keeping busy. Finished all the F1. Finished
Nice.
all 4 seasons of Drive to Survive. We could talk about that after the news because I have questions.
Nice.
So yeah.
Yeah, so I'll be honest. You sent me a document. I didn't look at it, or maybe you didn't. Okay,
No, just we're doing the Tech News Nation. We're
he didn't send me a document, bro.
yeah, we're stealing Sticky Note and turning into Tech News Note.
I like it. I like it. So let's elaborate on the stealing sticky note you're talking about.
Yeah. Shout out to Sean and that fire lid he's got going on over there. I like that, man. I really like that hat. I appreciate a good hat, and that is a good hat. So well done, Sean.
Oh yeah,
I don't know if you can hear me or not. But
you're good. You're on right now. Yeah.
All right. Cool. Good stuff. Yeah. So the 2 things I want to talk about today: DiDi pulling out of South Africa. Anybody who's familiar with DiDi in the transportation or on-demand transportation space, they're pulling out of South Africa. No reason disclosed, but likely because they're fighting against Uber and Bolt, 2 of their bigger competitors, and certainly Uber is, they're a big company. They've been around for a minute or 2, so they're just having to compete with them. They're currently operating in Egypt. They launched their 2021, and also looking at launching in Nigeria as well. So currently operating in 16 countries, including Russia and Mexico. So will be interesting to see where they're going. They're saying that they're going to start focusing on other markets. So this could be a profitability thing. If they're fighting against companies like Uber and Bolt in South Africa, that's probably a good reason to pull out of a market where they're facing a lot of competition and not getting a lot of traction. So certainly from a fiscal perspective, makes a lot of sense.
So DD, yeah, I'm just looking at the DD chart here. DD obviously very flat on the day, but DD also has the fear of getting delisted in the North American stock market. So obviously more negative news coming in from being taken out of South America now.
Yeah, absolutely. Spotify turning to a TikTok-esque feed. Wow, that's hard to say. To promote some new music every day. They are going to promote 15 new tracks using those canvas loops, so those animated GIFs that you will see when you listen to certain tracks. Currently launched in where are they at? UK, Australia, Ireland, Canada, and New Zealand. And they're saying that artists who provide one of these canvas loops have a 145% greater chance of getting their music in front of a new audience. So good incentive for artists to create certainly vertical content, which I feel is that's the way everything is going right now. Vertical content is the next big thing.
100%. I think, well, no, I don't know about the vertical, horizontal aspect, but I think the visual aspect of music, right? I can speak from experience on this. I often find watching a music video of a song makes me like that song more than just listening to it. For example, like I heard an album, I ran through a bunch of songs, and when I actually gave it a couple listens, the song was fine. But then when I heard the music video or saw the music video, the visuals, the direction, and everything just took that a whole nother level. So maybe this visual aspect of it is gonna put more songs in my face just from the visual aspect. So I'm excited.
Yeah, I feel like music is a very, listening to music obviously is a very, it's a very passive thing, but when you have a piece of content that you can engage with, that you can interact with, I think that makes it a lot more interesting. And certainly I would pay a lot more attention to, what's on the screen. And it also helps with kind of that recall too. So I think vertical stories and vertical content for music is the next big thing. And I'm really curious to see where Spotify goes with this.
100%. Spotify.
And then obviously the big news of the week, Elon Musk joining the board at Twitter, which, that I think that was kind of it was a long time coming, and certainly one that I'm pretty excited about. I think it makes sense for him. He's, certainly one of Twitter's most prolific users. And he certainly has some opinions on the way the company should be run and how the platform should evolve. I agree with him. I think Twitter needs an edit button. They've needed one for years. So good to see that they are finally starting to take that seriously. Previous leadership of the company wasn't particularly interested. I felt that was a miss. So good that the new CEO is thinking differently than the old CEO, and good to see that Elon Musk is joining the board as well. I feel like he certainly brings a lot of experience as a well-seasoned and frankly very successful entrepreneur who launched a couple of small companies that you may or may not have heard of. So good for him. I think it's going to be great. And frankly, they need some new blood and some fresh thinking. So good for Elon and good for Twitter and good for the users too.
100%. Being a trader and anyone else who's in the chat, you guys probably have Twitter accounts to monitor other traders and keep track of them. For example, the Sticky Note Nation got himself Sean, right? So Twitter is a very important tool for people like us. And I scream every time I see a bug on Twitter because there's so many of them. It gets me so angry that I want to throw my phone across the room because of Twitter.
Yeah, but don't throw your phone across the room. Speaking of, actually, I just thought I would mention this. Picking up my new phone today after work.
Which
Super
one?
excited. iPhone 12 Pro.
Get me off this show. I only talk to Google people. I'm sorry.
See, I will. Yeah.
iPhone
Listen, I
12
love
color.
Android, but like the reality is I'm back on the iOS thing.
What color are we picking?
I got it's like space blue.
Ooh, okay.
So
I like that.
I was gonna go for black, but I was like, no, you know what? I've had a black iPhone every single time.
Yeah.
I want to mix it up, and I was looking
Nice.
at colors. I'm like, you know what? The blue looks really good. Let's go with it.
Nice.
I'm really liking the new green though on the iPhone 13.
The camel green?
Yeah,
It's pretty nice.
That's a sick color. Not
Yeah.
gonna lie, I was like, all right, okay. Apple's bringing it with the new colors.
Yeah,
I like it.
The only color that we need now, or at least not we, Miss V needs now, is that bright pink, as bright pink as we can get for herself.
Yeah.
And it's a wrap. It's game over.
100%. Let me call up Joni Ives. We'll have a conversation. Go out for coffee. We'll make it happen.
Let's go.
Maybe. Probably not. Can we talk about F1 too?
Yeah, so about Formula One.
Yeah, so I finally finished all 4 seasons, my partner and I.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That last episode with the race between Max Verstappen and Lewis Hamilton.
Yeah.
I have so many questions, and the biggest question I have is that rule around letting cars who have lapped pass the pace car.
It was
Is
made
that a
up
rule?
on the fly.
Yeah, it was made up.
It was made up on the fly, and they actually implemented that rule this year. And the rule now is all cars in front of them need to be lapped. But in that moment, they only let the 3 cars in between them lap them. But from now, no matter how many cars in front of them, if you are not in the right order of the racetrack ranking, when the safety car is out there, you have to go past the people in front of you and come back behind them and basically lap yourself.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, all right. So had that not happened then, what
Max would have lost.
You think Max would have lost?
No. Max would have lost.
Max would have lost, eh?
Hamilton would have won. Hamilton would have been 8 times world championship, and Max would have been sitting there crying next to his wheel like he always does when anything bad happens.
That's true.
Okay, listen. There's 3 cars in front of Max and Hamilton.
Was it 3 or 5?
3, I think, if I remember.
Yeah.
Max has fresh new tires.
Yeah.
Hamilton is dying on old tires, can't pit, and he literally has to fight for his life on his tires that are dying on him already.
You think that despite that Hamilton would have still won?
If that overlapping was not a rule that they just made up on the fly, Hamilton was taking his 8th championship of the year.
Interesting. Okay. Listen, I'm not disagreeing with you.
Yeah.
I'm just the strategy of changing tires the last minute by Verstappen was kind of smart.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm not so sure if Hamilton would have won.
But
he
guess
was struggling
what, though?
with the car though.
But guess what? The guy who made that rule, the last second rule, no longer works for Formula One.
Yeah, that was the other question I was going to have was what happened to that guy?
Michael Massey is no longer the race instructor. He's
no
fired.
Longer is it FIA?
Yeah, FIA kicked.
Yeah, okay.
Well, I'm pretty sure that the Mercedes team owner Toto Wolff has something to do with it.
Yeah.
Toto Wolff was so angry,
Yeah.
and I'm sure Toto Wolff said, "Fire this guy, or we're leaving," or something along those lines.
Well, I mean, they
right?
had to let him go because otherwise it's just like
it
turns into a thing where it becomes such a toxic talking point that you have to do something.
Yeah.
You can't just sit there and not do anything. So
it boils my blood even now talking about it. The fact that they made up a rule for Max to win, like, it boils my blood.
I get it. We're going to move off of that and say I don't have a team that I like this year. I haven't seen any races. That being said, I'm going to start watching this weekend.
This weekend's a late night race, like 2 p.m. in the morning. Or 2 a.m. in the morning.
2 a.m.?
Yeah.
All right. So we might have to
postpone to next weekend.
I might have to postpone until like there's a reasonable time. I'm not
Yeah.
staying up till 2 o'clock in the morning to watch a race.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you this: my partner and I love F1,
And I love-
she is just big into it.
And
which
I
is
love that
awesome.
we have a new fan in the
Yeah.
ecosystem to talk to.
Yeah.
Hey, next year Las Vegas, if you want to come with us. With us, I mean me.
we were going to go to Montreal to see the Montreal Grand Prix, but we looked at tickets and they're like $500, either $500 US.
Yeah.
For one person, and I'm like, no, I think I'm gonna
happening.
pass. I'll watch it online for free. You know what I mean? So,
All right, brother.
yeah.
Thank you for coming by.
All right,
once
thanks for
again.
having me. Have a great weekend, everyone. I hope you all have a great trading day, and I'll see you guys when I see you guys next.
Have a great weekend, my
All right.
boy.
Yep.
All right, chat. That was the great Viking himself, as always, gracing us with his tech expertise and many other expertise that he always comes on with. So hit the like button for Justin. Thank you, Justin, once again. I have DD up here, but what I actually want to show you is the stock that I always talk about, baby. Activision. You load up and you pray to the God above, the man himself, the one and only, who always watches you no matter what. He's always got your back, and he's got my back right now. Activision flat on the day if I close my trade, but we are going to work this trade a little bit more. Let's see if we can actually turn it into a profitable state. We're still sitting in our future short at the moment. We're still sitting in our future short, and we're only 5 points in the money. But looks like future is kind of creating a channel at the moment, which is not exciting for me to the short side, because obviously we want it to go back to VWAP. Right now, with the channeling and the trading sideways that we're watching this market, it looks like the market could just bounce and take off to the high side and not pay me on the downside. Exactly. So maybe we take off one more here. That way we realize some money, and then we can hold the other few contracts that we have for the end of the day move. or we can add on the way down or add on the way back up. So we're just gonna leave this alone right now. We have our trade out. I also have to recreate my stop. So let me just do that right quick. Press my stop button. My average price is 45.14. So we'll do 45. Actually, we'll just do the high day break. If high day breaks, we don't want to be a part of it. So 45.16, 45. Let's just do 20 then, just to cross up to be fun, just because, you know, I don't want to have to battle it in case it doesn't stop me out. So bang, our stop is now in place for futures short. Activision coming down and paying us at the moment. AMD did stop us out, but you know, we could have got back in on AMD at any point, so there was no real reason to get stopped out on that side. And Affirm has been doing, you know, once again back to the same VWAP lows. So we once again take profits on Affirm over here, and we hold the last few shares we have for the end of the day move in case we do get out of it. So we recreate our stop right now on Affirm to only lose a little bit in case it does whipsaw right back. And now Activision, positive on the day. We were actually negative on the day on Activision. Now we're positive on the day. Load up and pray to God, ladies and gentlemen. Load up and pray to God, because God's real. God helps. Listen, I'm not religious at all. I'm just trolling. I'm just having fun. I'm just saying, though, is you know, having faith in your trade, having faith in your setup is what it comes down to. You put your faith in the setup the same way people put faith in religion. It's a whole new setup at that point. I wish I had that type of belief sometimes in my trades, but looks like I have that belief today. I don't know why. I don't know what's going on that I have such belief in my trades today, but that faith in my trades and my setups is the ultralight beam shining upon me right now.
I'd love to hear that, Prad. By the way, if you need to go on break, you can go whenever. But
I'm
before,
I will go pee real quick.
but tell me,
Yeah.
what's the last name of Justin?
We didn't practice.
No, come on.
We were talking about
wasted.
Formula One. We got
I
sucked into
see.
Formula
I
One, and you know
see.
me, Formula One.
Yeah.
My brain just goes somewhere else.
Right.
So I'll go pee and I'll be back.
Sure, take your time. Meanwhile, guys, welcome back to Miss We Show. I will quickly open the chat and we can take a look at Tesla if you're interested, of course. Tesla. Again, we're dipping down a little bit, as does QQQ. And again, I remind you, I accidentally got out at this 1039 level. I was supposed to hold into 1050s, even though we have this dip. If I wouldn't get out accidentally in here, I would still hold it, even looking at this dip, because I believe Tesla still has chances to go back to 1050s today, if of course market will see more positivity. But I mean, until this level, I wouldn't even care. We just hold. So if you're in Tesla trade, congratulations, guys, if you caught that move. Anyways, again, like, I'm okay. It's a profitable day still for me. Don't be greedy, right? So profitable day is a profitable day. Let's take a look at the chat, guys. How deep is your laugh? I believe there is a song, How Deep Is Your Laugh? It's like ocean. It's a good song though. So yes, if you want me to take a look at any name, again, please bring it up. I will do it with pleasure. JJ says, press the like button. Appreciate it, JJ, so much every day. See you on the chat supporting the show. Super glad to see that. And guys, actually today is Friday. So why don't we take a look at most profitable traders at Day Trade the World yesterday? As you know, next week I'm supposed to go live, and maybe one day we will see me on this list, hopefully. So far, we can see, again, I remind you, top traders today, which means yesterday on Thursday. This is P&L only for one person. We don't know who they are, where they're located, only their profit and what markets they were trading. So in the first place, we have 17,000 profit trading AMAX and NASDAQ. Second place, 8,000 profit trading European markets. Third place, 8,000 also profit trading Nasdaq in New York. Fourth and fifth place trading American markets, Canadian in here also TSX, and sixth place European markets also. So great job, guys. Again, proud to be part of Day Trade the World family. And as you already know, if you're interested, just let me know. I will send you the link. I will send you Gmail if you want to ask more questions in terms of our platform. Miss V, you passed your exam. Yes, indeed. So, guys, I promised you, and I did this. I don't see any... Miss V asked Arun if we should swing crowd strike. He had it long this AM. Well, Elizabeth, we could. I'm not sure if Arun even back, but no, Arun is not back still. But Elizabeth, just 40 minutes, around 40 minutes left until Arun, Neil and Sean will be back, and definitely we can ask him that question. And I remind you, Arun will be here for the whole next week until Brandon is on his how you say that, deserved vacation. I'm super happy for
Day
Brandon,
off.
even I miss him a little bit. So yes, guys, it's pew time.
Pew, 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 pew. Looks like a firm, or not a firm, Activision might try to bounce off of VWAP over here, at which point, if I do close my trade here, Activision going from being my only negative stock on the day to possibly, to break even flat trade of the day, AMD number 2 and number 1 a firm, actually no, number 1 futures. Obviously, as I mentioned, I'm more focused on futures. I have about, how many trades do I have on futures? 18 trades on futures and 28 trades on equities today. Taking it very easy, but surprisingly, I am up a lot of money without doing anything today, but that's all in thanks to futures. Absolutely thanks to futures, and futures are coming back even lower now. 17 points. No, that's how much my fees are. 11 points in the money on the futures now. Once again, almost back to 4,500. Let's see if we can take out 4,500 on futures over here, or do we bounce off of 4,500? Looks like the previous support, which is around 45,0600 period EMA, also getting taken now. All good indications for the short side for whoever that is short. Let's go check on Apple. Apple at the moment also under 100 period EMA, but trying to bounce in front of 171. So if Apple bounces at 171 and Microsoft bounces at 300, oh, Microsoft is exactly at 300. It could still bounce off of 300 even though it's below 300. It could still bounce off of here and go north. So if both of these do that, futures will immediately go back up north and probably worry people who are short. But if you are not short, sorry, if you are short, if you are long, that'll be good for people who are on the long side trying to rip up north for you. So let's see what happens. Prad, does MNTS have a second run in it today? I can't answer questions like that because I don't have a crystal ball in me or on me. But what we can do is, maybe expect a second push during power hour run. That's what you could expect. Volume to come back after lunch, which is already over. We're about 20 minutes after lunchtime. So if volume can pick back up, which it's trying to pick up right now, sadly it's apparently picking up to the downside. MNTS on SSR mode. For anyone who doesn't know what that is, you cannot short it by taking off the size on the bids. You have to wait on the offer/ask to actually short it. That means the stock has to go up for you to get your shorts. At the moment, as mentioned though, it did come back down to lower days, and it might just find a bounce from the lower day 394. We're sitting at 396, which could be a fail break of 4 to the downside and have a second leg up that you're talking about. But as I mentioned though, I don't have a crystal ball. I cannot predict the future. If I could, I wouldn't be here. I would be actually the guy running the office and having Arun making the money for me instead. But sadly, I am not that person. I cannot read the future. I do not own an office that I can use Arun to make money for me. No, I'm saying if I could have a crystal ball that could predict the future, I would have the office where I would have an Arun making me the money, but I don't have an office like that. Like, there, you understand the point? Yeah. Does anybody know who Mario Draghi is? I don't even know why I read that. My bad. Just moving on to stocks. Where's stocks? ATER HYMC. Where's my typing? Where's my mouse at? HYMC. There we go. HYMC being called out again. Wow. Okay, Highcroft. Highcroft going even higher. And now the high day, $2.15 and ripping. 8% move on Highcroft today with 23 million shares traded. Is AMC moving off of this news by any chance? Because obviously AMC has invested about 20% or so in gold using Highcroft, and AMC not really, catching any sort of long moves off of Highcraft the way Tesla does off of Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is now on Tesla's books, on their portfolio or balance sheet. Sorry, that's the word I'm looking for. Bitcoin is on their balance sheet, and they move along with them. Arun said he's not working for Prad. Yeah, 100%, dude. No, 100%. Why is the market pulling back? Looks like the market tried its best to stay green. I mean, S&P 500 is still on the green side, and it did its best to stay green, but obviously coming back to the downside because of Apple and Microsoft not able to clear past 172 and 301 respectively. 302 respectively, I believe, because what is Microsoft high a day? 301, 302? 302 area, yeah. So Microsoft, okay, no, 301. There you go. I keep getting confused. 301 area. It couldn't get above 301 successfully. So now that we're back to 300, that's going to bring down the overall S&P 500 and QQQ, because Microsoft is about 10% of QQQ and Apple is about 12.49% of QQQ. So if Apple also failed to take out 172 and is back at 171, that's going to bring the overall market with it. But if you ask me, market looks like it's just still around previous resistance / support areas, which is 4505 to 4500. I remember talking to Arun maybe last month or so about these levels specifically. He was talking about maybe going long around 4505 to 4400 to 4500 when the futures were above this and were coming down. So I used this level not too long ago to go long also, and looks like we're actually respecting those levels once again today. So 4505 to 4500 is basically what we got to keep on watch. If 4500 gets taken out on the bottom end, we might just go all the way to VWAP and try to find some buyers there, and then maybe to low a day. The key number though that is going to stand out is a number that I told you guys yesterday about how I should have gone long on this, and even the day before I was talking to Arun about how I should have gone long on this level, which is 44.44. You could even just round it up to the nice even dollar up, which is 44.45. So look at the low over here, 44.44, 44.44. Even these lows over here, 44.44, 44.44, and that level is going to stand out very, very important to me, because if we do go back down there, I'll think about flipping into a long and capturing that move that might offer to us. But that all depends on 4500 actually get taken out to the downside, and that also depends on Apple and Microsoft actually trading below 171 and 300 successfully. If Microsoft continues to find support above 300 and Apple continues to find support above 171, I don't think the futures go any lower than 4500.
Hopefully. And Stephen Howard on the chat says Miss V as BFM, $2 bounce from its 50% collapse. And indeed, as BFM fell yesterday from $12 all the way to $5, and now trying to go higher again, as BFM is on SSR. So we're still down 19% on the day, but definitely moving higher, and 52 million shares are being traded. So let's see, I would say the key level would be in this area around 855, 820, and if we break that 855, 860ish to the upside, a lot of room for it to go back to its yesterday's high of $12.
Yeah, I'm just laughing about some comment over here about Arun. If you really believe in your statement over there, you're absolutely crazy. You're absolutely crazy about that. You see that statement? It's all good. It was nothing rude or anything. It's just a very false statement over there. That's all I want to say. I sent it to you.
Oh, I see.
I sent it to you.
Wow.
Is it time to buy AMD and hold? I would say yes and no.
Be humble, I would say.
Be humble, yes. I would say yes and no at the same time. Obviously, I'm invested in AMD for the long term. Anytime AMD is around $100, the tips that were given to me by my mentors, such as Neil, Sean, Brendan, Arun, and everybody on the floor, was you buy AMD about around $100, you buy Apple around 150, and you buy Microsoft under 300. 100, maybe 280 or so. So if you apply those logics over here to AMD, yeah, it's a buy and hodl without a doubt. But also AMD could still go lower. Keep in mind we're in high inflationary periods. The interest rates are gonna keep raising up and up and up. With that being said, I think AMD could easily go below 100. But does that mean do I close my AMD long below 100? No, that means I'm loading up on my AMD long below 100 every time it does give me that opportunity to do so. But that's my opinion. That's how I'm going to be traded. I'm not telling you that's exactly how you should be trading it, right? So you got to figure out your opinion on that idea, on that trade setup. If you believe that AMD is not going to go much far below 100, then yeah, that's your prognosis, that's your opinion, then you load up over there. But if you think that AMD is going to go below 100 very soon, eventually, then don't load up just yet. Wait for it. I am not loading up on AMD 100 just yet because I'm already long here. I'll wait for a possible move below 80 or around 80 to load up more. At the same time, I'm going to be using the money that I could have used to load up on AMD to maybe buy some Microsoft, which is around 300 or below. Where am I typing this? Which if it does get below 300, and I think Microsoft will go back below 300 eventually to give me a nice entry around 290, 280s. If we do go back there, I'm loading up. The same idea maybe be applied for Tesla, but I don't know. It scares me to buy Tesla shares. It just does. It's so volatile. I hear you, Prad, buying 1,300 AMD shares. Wow, give me one, please. I'll take one from that. Sell some.
Double it.
Sorry, Miss Faye?
I'll double it. Give me one, I'll double it.
Give me one and I'll double it. Oh, no, please don't say that. There's probably enough scammers out there who say that. Yeah. Be careful of anyone who says that with our name on it.
Absolutely. And I like Alexander was sending me the other day a screenshot of Sean triple, not only double. And he also gonna send you pictures of feet as we figured out. So yeah, if you want this, go directly
Sean
to
never
Sean.
said his price for the feet though. What was your cost for feet?
Bitcoin.
Oh, 1 Bitcoin. Oh, 1 ETH or half ETH, he said,
I
which is
see,
like
even
1.5K.
Yeah, you can negotiate. Yeah, one Topper, one Ethereum. By the way, yeah, so Alexander sent me a screenshot that he's like a scammer wrote him something pretending being me, and he replied something, oh my god, you spelled her name wrong, and the scammer replied in a very like rude manner. And like literally, guys, again, please, we care about you, like just take care of your money and be careful. Another question was, do you think Twitter is a good level for long? So guys, again, markets are now going a little bit lower. We have this level at 45.88 low of the day, and even if we take a look at the higher time frame, as I can see, we're now sitting in this level of 45.86. If we break that, like we can even go lower on Twitter. So I'm not sure about long opportunities. Any thoughts on Twitter, Prad?
Thoughts on Twitter? Yeah, I think my thoughts on Twitter is the gap fill play is something to be watched out for. I'm actually going to be buying some Twitter shares for my long-term account, and I'll be doing it around $40, which is $5 to the downside from here. So I'll be buying it around 40 or so. So that's why I don't want to be going long on this. Even on the intraday, sorry for burping, even on the intraday, how much of a move are you really looking for? Maybe to 47? Yeah, that could give you some decent scalps, but there's might be way better longs out there in the market to take from right now for intraday trading. That is, maybe even like a AMD around 100 or so, which is actually coming down right now. Someone mentioned, why don't you look at Micron, which is cheaper and has lower PE and a dividend, much better than AMD. All great points, 100%. But I'm just an AMD lover because I've been using AMD products for all my life almost, even though I have an Intel chip in my computer right now. The point is, I buy companies that I use and I like and I know about. Micron, it is a pretty decent company and everything, but the one thing that really scared me is the way that the stock moved on good earnings report. It went from all the way off the high of the days to giving back the whole move and turning negative on earnings report, and I got beat up on that day. So ever since then, Micron has just been on my dark list in a way, if you want to put it. But no, Micron is still a great company along with Intel. You guys know how much Neil loves Intel on that side, and yeah, these chip makers, especially Intel. If Nvidia is going to start making their chips using Intel in USA, I think Intel still has a lot of upside in the future.
Prad, did we talk about BCYC yet?
Sorry?
BCYC.
No, I was gonna pull that up. Thank you
Yeah,
for
Neil brought that. I just want to hit that thing, and Neil brought some news on that. I'll bring the camera back to you, but we'll read what Neil says. Bicycle Therapeutics to present interim BT 8009 phase 1 clinical trial results at the 2022 AACR annual meeting. 27 million float on that name.
The ticker is almost like a Bored Ape Yacht Club ticker over here. BCYC, BAYC. The only thing missing is the second letter. So Bored Ape Yacht Club over here with 800,000 shares trading so far, and indeed moving to $45 level. Let's see if we can take out the $45 level, get higher, and as high as the prices for Bored Ape Yacht Clubs are. Looks like 18% to the north side. And ripping right now without a doubt. So
Keep
let me
going.
It keeps going indeed. That's exactly what's going on. So let me quickly go check out what BCYC on the daily looks like. Oh, look at these levels on BCYC around 45, 60s or so.
Yeah.
Oh, we're there right now. Whoa!
Let's
my God.
go.
What am I looking at? I just saw that on the daily chart. The daily chart just went whoop, 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 whoop. So something's going on, obviously. Look at this. All the way to 46,
Another
40.
one.
This one's gonna halt in a second or two. This is too nuts. This has to halt in a second or two. It's going crazy. But what's also is going crazy are the futures to the downside right now. That means we're now 14 points in the money on my future short. Let's go, baby. Do we take out the 4,500 level to the downside? And if futures can get below VWAP, which is at 44.95, I might think about adding to my short. I might. I didn't say I will. I might. But BCYC, that 45.60 level did not even matter. Bicycle Therapeutics looks like it's going to bike its way all the way to $48 now. This level is going to stand out. I should have maybe had an order to take the breakout long of 45.67. What is the spread at? Oh, my God. The spread's $1. Oh, my God. That's nasty. Yeah, maybe not. Maybe I won't be taking a trade on this one. I'm just going to leave it alone. Low volume, 800,000 shares, spreads a whole $1 right there. So we're just going to let Bored Ape Yacht Club do Bored Ape Yacht Club things. 28 million share float. Keep that in mind. Very low float. And it's trying to bump up on good catalysts over there coming in from Miss V and Neil that mentioned not too long ago. Bored Ape Yacht Club.
It is low flow, but as we can see...
Sorry? Oh yeah, even Justin Bieber has one. Lil Durk has one. 430K. Yeah, that's the crazy price of those stupid things, man.
I just wanted to mention on that one. Actually, I would love to short it. Maybe not today, but again, like it's
your fees are gonna be insane.
I know, but like it's going, like it has room to go all the way to $61. We're now at 45. That's why strong no for me to go short on it.
Yeah, 100%. Be very careful. It looks like it wants to rip the faces off of people over here. MES coming back to the downside. Now we're 14 points in the money as mentioned, but I need 4,500 to get below and take out 4,500. Activision about to give me more profits. Now number one stock on the day for me is Activision. You better give me that fill on 15s or I'm going to be very unhappy. Give me my damn fill on 15s. Come on. Go there. Push. Gimme. Gimme, gimme, gimme. All right, I guess they don't want to. I asked them nicely. Now I'm just going to have to act up. Affirm still going lower, and I have no size left on Affirm. 80 cents in the money. Maybe I should have reloaded. I don't know why I didn't reload. But as I mentioned, I'm focused more on futures today than I am on anything else. So that's probably why I'm not reloaded. But 80 cents in the money now on Affirm short. AMD, we could have also reloaded. Wow, we should have reloaded on AMD. Because look at this move on AMD over here. Multiple dollars in the money going to the downside, now testing the 101 level, and let's go check out what Microsoft's doing. My guess is under 300, 50 cents under 300, testing VWAP area on Microsoft. And Apple, I'm guessing, is also below. Yeah, Apple is also at VWAP right now, but 50 cents above 170. The next test for Apple is taking out 170 to the downside, which will pay me more money on the short side and pay Arun more money on the short side, or take out what is MES? Sorry, not take out. What is Nvidia doing? Nvidia needs to take off 231 to the downside, which would be the low a day break. Right now, Nvidia only 90 cents above low a day, or 80 cents above low a day. Sorry. Congrats, Plaid. Glad I was trimming when in profit. Yeah, obviously nothing wrong with trimming in profit. You gotta know when to trim, obviously, but there's nothing wrong with trimming. I did that too. You guys saw me trim some on the way down. You guys saw me add some on the way up, and that's the name of the game, right? That's the name of the game that we love playing here, called the Stonk Market. Stonk Market. Who else is going all in on Bored Ape Yacht Club? BCYC. I'm guessing you're talking about BCYC. But yeah, BAYC I'm not going all in on. Neither am I going all in on BCYC. But it looks like these stocks are indeed moving at the moment. BCYC, notice how I told you that 45.60 level and we bumped up, and now once again we're right below 45.60. So I think this is gonna play out this way a little bit longer. I would love for it to obviously jump up to 48, because I think shorting 48 is way better than shorting where we are right now on the stock. That's my opinion. Just my opinion. Looks like Activision actually gave me my fill and jumped up instantly by a couple pennies there. So thank you for first filling me before you jumping up. That's very, very nice of you. Very considerate of you. Thank you. I love you. 70% for break intraday low. I'm not sure what that is about, Sven. Sorry, I'm gonna need a little bit more information on that. I do like your profile picture though, musical notes. I do enjoy music, and without a doubt.
Brad, here's a question from Elizabeth Gutierrez, and I actually wanted to ask you. So you said you're going to take Twitter in the long term at 40. So I wonder if you were using your moving average for that, because Elizabeth in here asking, what does that mean, moving average as support for? So I remember you were showing, like you and Sean were like kind of relying on that one. So maybe you could show that one more time for Twitter.
100%.
Cool.
I'll show you the example what I was talking about as using moving average as support. What just happened to me?
Water break?
Yeah, I think something happened.
It's not advertisement of Evian water.
Agua.
Cheers.
Yeah, water break. All right, so what I was saying about using moving average as support is this 100 period EMA and the 50 period EMA, and even the 200 period EMA, 200 moving average, 100 moving average, and the 50 moving average are used a lot by hedge funds and big money to gauge as how the market is going on a day-to-day basis. And also VWAP, they get graded on how far away from VWAP are they buying and how far away from VWAP are they selling. Hedge funds get graded on this. So if I worked at a hedge fund, I would be graded on that. And if I know that they're getting graded on that, I want to use those same indicators and ideas to see how the stocks are moving. Anytime a stock keeps on bouncing off of VWAP throughout the day, that means there's a lot of buying, especially institutional hedge funds, big money buying up around VWAP. But when you see something happening around the 100 period EMA, for example, the futures, you just saw it kept bouncing off the 100 period EMA on the way up. There was another stock on the day today that was doing that on a way better fashion. Oh, HD. It was HD. Now I remember. Look at this. HD goes up, but HD comes down and then starts bouncing off the 50 period EMA, and then eventually starts bouncing off the 100 period EMA. And now once again, it's holding the 50 period EMA, right? It's holding the 50 and it's holding the 100. It's not getting below the 100. So that's what the idea is, to see how they're trading off of the EMAs. So when you combine that for long-term investment, obviously this is just methodologies that have been taught to me from Neil, Sean, and everybody else. I could be wrong in a couple of my statements that I say here. So if I am wrong on that, please do. I do apologize on that. But the idea is, look at this 50 period EMA, right? And this 100 period EMA, and this is the 200 period EMA. Currently around the 200 PMA, after the whole news catalyst, we have a gap to fill to the downside over here to $40, and the 50 period EMA is exactly near $40. So if we do go back down there, I will gladly look to buy some shares here, and I will gladly look to add more shares at $31, and then that will be my long-term portfolio building for Twitter. Look at this consolidation on Twitter near $32. If it goes below 32, I'm okay with that. I hold it for that down move. Maybe I add more at $20, and then I add more at $10, because I don't think Twitter goes that far to the downside. That being said, I'm not really a big social media guy. You guys know how I'm not a fan of Instagram and so on. Well, I don't hate it, but I don't love it either, right? So social media doesn't appeal to me as it might for other people, but Elon's invested in it and he's gonna do great things with it. So because of that, I want to be buying $40. Leftover SoFi short, you mean? You guys are talking about SoFi? Oh man, obviously SoFi having a horrible time now. The student loans are a big part of SoFi, and they are playing games with that side now for the company. So obviously, Biden coming in and saying something about it pushed SoFi down yesterday, and now SoFi once again down 2% on the day and on SSR day 2. So it's on SSR day 2, and tomorrow hopefully we see, or not tomorrow because tomorrow is Saturday, but Monday hopefully we see some green side in the overall market in general. Are you seeing your monthly P&L increase to a year ago? Yeah, I think last year my P&L was better than the year before that, and this year hopefully I'm on track to be better than last year and the year before that. Obviously this is my only third year now trading, so yeah, two years and some odd months into my trading career here. Hopefully we keep on this trajectory we're on. We're on an upward trajectory. I hope that trajectory never turns into the downside, which I believe is what's going on with BCYC. No, so right now my trajectory does look like this, and it also indeed looked like this where it's consolidating sideways a little bit. I would like for the consolidation to break out north and be a bull trap. Be a bear trap, so that way it rips up north and shorts and traps all my bears who are shorting Prad, and pays all the bulls who are going long Prad.
Cherry for Gobria on the chat, short BCYC. I mean, again, don't get into that trap. I brought it up for that reason. We were talking with Prad before. There is much more room for this name to run all the way into 60s, so guys, really be careful with these names. I mean, if you want to, if you see the reasons, of course do this, but I would be really careful with this name. It's very strong.
Twitter is apparently running, so let's quickly go back to Twitter here. Twitter apparently, yeah, nice little bounce up on Twitter. There we go. Still playing around in those same lower day ranges though, and if you saw this chart here, I have this consolidation box that I mentioned from 45 to 43, let's say 45 to 43 consolidation box that the stock could go find support in without actually closing the gap. But if the gap is closed, that gives me my opportunity to go long on the stock long term. Activision, my goodness, only 30 cents in the money, but #1 stock on the day for me. I'm actually going to take out more size over here, and I'm debating so hard. There's no size on the bids. Why would I take out the size? Why would you? What's your reasoning to get out, Prad? What is your reason? Do you have a reason? The stock's working for you. You have an order to get out on the downside. It's not rebounding on you. The futures are coming down. I really have no reason. I tried to look for a reason to get out, and I couldn't find a reason. So what does Prad do? Hold on to it. I'm a genius.
Oh my god,
I'm
you
a
scared me
genius.
so much. I hit myself.
I'm sorry, Miss V. You okay?
God,
I'm sorry.
no.
I scared Miss V over there with that
I almost
clap.
broke my finger.
But there we go. That was basically an idea of how to look for your trading exits. You know, I kept asking a reason for me to exit. I could not find a reason to exit. I still don't have a reason to exit. There is some size on the bids right now at $8.10. There is some consolidation here. Market's still coming off, and I still don't have any reason to exit. And I only have about 30% of my basket left from days. So we are all the way back to where my first short of the day started at $80.10. We added it all the way up to $80.40, and now we're catching the profits on the downside all the way back to my original entry. And now let's see if these targets on Activision come into profit targets for me. So come on, Activision, only 30% left. Thank you for being the #1 stock on the day for me. Let's go,
Great
baby.
job, Prad.
Let's go. Thank you, Miss V. I'm actually going to take out some more size here because I don't want it to return on me. And we're going to hold the last few shares we have left. I only have 10% left now. We want to make sure that it doesn't turn back on me. So we're going to hold on to this 20% and build on the way back up, maybe around VWAP or above VWAP. So obviously we don't want to be building a same position that was the wrong entry off the open. We might build back later on. Prad's going to give Valeriia PTSD.
It's so funny, but actually, guys, it's so easy to like get me scared or spook me. Even if I do something at home and my puppy just bark out of nowhere, I'm like, like
Your
this.
puppy scares you?
Yes.
Come on, Miss V.
Any like unexpected sounds or something, you know. I fly a lot in my thoughts, you know. Like I'm multitasking, thinking about million things, and then like something unexpected, I'm like, ah.
We should take you to a haunted house. I would love to see how
No.
freaked out you get.
Oh no.
She's probably screaming the whole time in a haunted house.
Yes.
That's cute. That's cute.
I would maybe cry even.
You cry? Oh no, that's not cute. No woman, no cry. You don't know that song though.
I do
do
know
you?
Bob Marley.
Oh snap! I did not expect you to know Bob Marley like that. Okay, Miss V, I judged you wrong on that side. I'm sorry. No woman, no cry.
All together now.
No woman, no cry. That's a good song right there, man. Bob Marley. That's crazy. Let's go, Miss V. Rastafari, Miss V. All right, coming back to the market over here. MULN, what happened? Question mark, question mark, question mark. MULN, apparently they're talking about having a conference with the oh my, futures are going down again? All right, cool. I'll be happy with that. MULN, though, is what was going on with MULN? They had some sort of a conference that they're going to have, or an online video call with the whistleblower and along with the Hindenburg report to see if there is any validity behind that report. And if there is no validity behind that report, obviously, that's where we're about to come in and slap the market maker or whoever it is that even mentioned that report across the face, and MULN goes over $5 in a second. So that report came in Wednesday, and if that report is fake, obviously MULN is going to be back on the radar all next week. Futures now almost 17 points in the money. It was 17 points in the money for me. Now we're 15 points in the money, but it looks like 4,500 is turning into a resistance on the futures. And I just want to go quickly over here to Microsoft on my other screen, and I have Apple. What is Microsoft doing? Microsoft 299.30, Apple 170.45. So still not really pushing down the way I would like Microsoft and Apple to push for my shorts to pay me, but looks like my shorts are still working for me right now. 17 points in the money again. I know Miss Lee got out of her Tesla long, which is a beautiful keystroke.
It is actually, it is. But again, Brad, you say stick to your plan, like you remember, stick to your plan. And honestly, I swear, guys, I would prefer to get out at my stop. That is 10:30, and we are getting right there. 52 cents, 60 cents would separate me from getting out of there. But again, I would prefer to do this because like it would be my plan. Otherwise, if we go all the way to 10:50, so I would be a little bit upset. Anyways, yes, sometimes luck on your side and accidentally get out you at the better position. So follow the destiny, guys. And again, I hear Grant on the chat. Not showing us puppy. Grant was asking for a puppy picture a few times, and of course I can't disappoint Grant. So guys, I will show you quickly puppy of my picture of my puppy, especially for Grant. Come on, picture. Here it is. He's sitting on his how you say that, his personal thing here with spouse.
He's getting bigger.
I know, right?
He's
I was just
getting
comparing.
bigger.
I was comparing, and he's getting crazier too. Look at this evil eyes. He wanna bite so bad. So yeah, and hopefully soon we are looking like for that puppy trainings.
Yeah.
We're gonna take him. So we
Train him yourself.
I can't.
Yeah, you can.
How?
Treats.
I'm
You take a treat
trying.
in your hand,
Yeah.
and then you there's YouTube videos on how to train them. Basically, if you
watching,
have you wear, yeah, probably, obviously, but if you take the treat, put it on his nose and make his head tilt back, make the head tilt back, they automatically sit down.
Yeah.
And when they sit, you go good boy, or there's a clicker. I have a clicker at home. If you want, I can give it to you. I
Yeah.
don't use it anymore. So what that does is positive reinforcement. As soon as the dog sits down, you click it and then you give it a treat. And then the dog understands that it's sitting, and then it also understands that every time you click, the dog is doing something good.
I see.
Right, but I never use the clicker. I just taught my dog how to sit, roll over, jump, stand, all that.
Yeah.
So it's very easy. You don't need to pay somebody to do it. You can do it.
Yeah, maybe you're right.
You can do it, and
The
then
thing
you
is-
grow bond with the dog that way.
I know, but I was trying, also saw the video that you put like treat on the floor and like right in front of the dog. But you tell him like to stop
Yeah.
until like you allow him. It
No.
went like crazy. I had to take the treat out of his mouth like multiple times. Then I lost all of my nerves, emotions, and I just like went to the other room looking for people like who train dogs. But it need patience.
It's
for
pretty
sure.
hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need time, a lot of time.
Yes, that's true.
And for someone like you who's like away from the dog for so long,
Yeah.
it's pretty hard.
Yeah, I know.
So training's not a bad thing. I just enjoy training my dog because I felt like it helped me grow with
Yeah.
my dog more.
True, you're right,
Yeah.
absolutely.
And you got this. I know you got this. Just need to believe in yourself the way you believe in your Tesla trades.
You're right,
Okay?
Brad. Thank you.
Let's go, Miss
Let's
V.
go.
Google is falling. Oh man, I missed my shot. Oh.
Oops,
Oh, that's a
sorry.
pretty good shot though. That was a pretty good shot. Tiger hit it from the sandbanks right onto almost green there. Nice shot, Tiger. Not sure how good of a day he's having today, but pretty good shot over there. Now back to the market. Only 10 minutes left with market movers on Friday, April 8th. April 8th. So let's see what's going on with the market here. Market indeed coming down. We're about 18 points in the money now on the future short. So let's go, baby. Smoking future short. Affirm, though, I don't even know what's going on with Affirm here anymore. I have only 10%. No, not even 10%. Less than 10% of my basket left. Let's see if Affirm can push lower along with the market, or does it not push lower with the market and just hang out over here and bores me to death. Rest of the spot stocks that we're looking at, Apple at 299. Apple, Microsoft at 299 right now. Apple is very close to 170. So if Microsoft can get below 299 and go even lower, I'm really smoking the future short today without a doubt. Very happy with how I traded futures today, and I hope when I show Arun some of these trades and ask for his review on my trades, he's also happy with them for me. We'll see later on though. Well, it's not 4 o'clock. It's not 4 o'clock. Yeah, it's not 4. So when it's 4 o'clock, we'll see if the slippers are being thrown. Oh, he's gonna deal with it on camera. Okay. We'll do that for sure without a doubt. He's gonna review my trade for you guys on the
That's
closing
cool.
show.
I love
Yeah.
it. Wow, that's really great. And just real quick, guys, thank you so much, everyone who said kind words about my dog, and also everyone who recommending me this Caesar Millions. It's exactly who I'm watching too, and where I found out about this trick with the food. Anyways, I'll keep you updated, and we have a new member, Tony Morris. Thank you, Tony. Welcome to the green side. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Happy Friday to you. I wish you a wonderful weekend in advance. Really appreciate your support, and shout out to all the members. Real quick, while we're here and go back to Prad and the markets, guys, we still need 240 more likes to 1K. I mean, it's literally just 8 minutes left until you will go to Arun, Neil, and Sean. And please, if you didn't like this video yet, if you forgot, I mean, if you don't want, we don't force you, but if, for example, you forgot or been lazy a little bit, please do so now. We would really appreciate that.
Yeah, obviously you guys know the goal. We would love to be closer to 1K every day, and 200 likes away from that. Pretty upsetting. Maybe yesterday, I actually believe yesterday would be the first day where we don't make it. Today might be the first day where we don't make it. But that's fine. Nothing wrong with that. The viewers left to go watch MULN video interview. No! Obviously, MULN video interview, I didn't know it was now. I thought it would be around later on in the day. So if that interview is going on right now, if someone knows the deets, the little details here and there, please fill me in. I would like to know if MULN, that short report was a joke, or if there's actually substance behind it. Last few minutes over here, market is bouncing off the VWAP on S&P 500. There we go. S&P 500 bouncing off of VWAP at the moment, and so is not Nasdaq. So is Microsoft bouncing off of VWAP, and Apple is slightly below VWAP at the moment. Nasdaq still negative on the day and actually down 1% on Nasdaq, whereas S&P 500 is actually flat, absolutely flat, not positive, not negative either. So let's see if the market can bounce off of this VWAP area for S&P 500, and then that will eventually allow Nasdaq to not be down 1%. So overall though, market has been doing absolutely nothing today if you are thinking about percentage wise, but if you're thinking about the day trading possibilities, you got some crazy long scalps, you got some crazy short scalps, and we're trying to figure out where this end of the day move will be. Only 7 minutes left, and then we have power hour coming in at 3. So at 3 o'clock move will be something that we have to keep our eyes out for. If market decides to rip up north off of that move, then we obviously don't want to be holding on to our shorts anymore. And if market decides to rip south off that move, then we want to be holding on to our shorts for a possible bigger extension play. And I'm actually going to throw my stop out on future short to stop me out in profit. That way I don't lose money on the way back up if it does come back up, and I'm locking in some of. I already locked in some profits, but I'm going to be locking in more in case this does happen to me, where it comes right back above 45.05 and rips up to 45.10. So just protecting the money, protect your neck, protect your money. So just protecting it. We have more 2,000 people. Let's go, Prad and Miss V. Oh, you guys are talking about the likes. Yeah, please smash those like buttons. If you haven't yet, we're gonna be very close to 1,000. Almost upsetting that we're not gonna hit 1K today. Can you check BCRX? BCRX on Nasdaq, I'll guess. On Nasdaq, yeah, got that guess right. 28 million shares traded today. Ooh, big drop on BCRX. Not sure what the catalyst is. Obviously, 36% of the downside puts it on SSR mode, and looks like it's been consolidating. It's not really consolidating. It's been going down for a while now, from $12 to $11.30. But just on the overall move from pre-market to the open, it looks like it just went sideways for the most part, right? But it did indeed go lower. We're looking at the low of $11 now and a high of $12 on the stock. BCRX looking very, very sad, very, very dangerous at the moment for longs, that is. If you're a long, you're obviously worried about BCRX today. Prad, remind your lurkers to say hi and hit the like. Yes, my lurkers, or sorry, our lurkers, because this is a Miss V and Prad show. Our lurkers, if you love Miss V as much as you simps claim to, please come on there and press the like button. I don't want us to have even one day below 1K.
I wish I knew what lurkers mean.
You know what lurkers mean?
I translated that. No, really, doesn't make sense to me.
Lurkers are the people who are just hanging out in the back and not really talking, not really saying anything.
Yeah.
It's like going to a bar and you know the one guy who's at the bar on the wall, not
Yeah.
dancing, drinking, and like watching other girls. Me. That's basically a lurker. But you're in the party if you're on the dance floor and you're dancing. You're not
Like
lurking.
that.
You're dancing. You're having fun. You're
You
dancing.
should come to the club with this chair.
But if this is you. That's lurking. So we got a lot of lurkers in the chat. So stop lurking and
Guys,
start dancing in the
if you're
chat.
sitting on the couch eating chips and not liking we're talking to you, please take a second, like this video. And yeah, we are now only 70 likes away. So
Ooh, what?
yeah.
Okay, maybe we do hit it then. Only
Maybe.
44 minutes left, 70. Okay, maybe we do hit it. Okay, lurkers. The lurkers are coming in and the viewers are coming in. I like it. There we go. Lurkers in the chat. Lurker.
Maybe if we
lurker.
call them lurkers, they will take their like away.
No, I mean it's not a bad thing. It's actually a term for it. It's
I
like there's
see.
nothing wrong with
I
them
see.
not wanting to talk and chat. Maybe they're busy. Maybe they're doing dishes. Maybe they're cleaning their room
Yeah.
or something, right?
True.
Nothing wrong with it. But it is wrong if you're not hitting the like
That's
button.
right, absolutely.
Thank you guys. Thank you for everything you guys do for us. All right, so let's quickly go over to last few minutes over here as to what we can cover. We actually haven't covered AMC today at all. AMC down 6% on the day and trying to double bottom at the moment near opening drive low, which is $18.25. Hopefully AMC can double bottom and figure out to go back to the north side. GME still around 150. What a maniac stock. Still hanging out $150 over here. Only down 1% on the day and looking a lot stronger than AMC as a meme stock basket. So AMC looking very, very healthy compared to the other stocks going on in the meme stock basket. Maybe even BBIG. I know people love talking about BBIG. Vinco Ventures today also very flat, trading sideways, but down 1.6% with 10 million shares traded overall. So a lot of sideways actions going on meme stocks today. Looks like the only meme stock that is moving around quite a bit was MULN with a positive. Well, I don't know if it's a positive catalyst, but a somewhat of a catalyst that could be positive. We just don't know yet.
Real quick comment on Tesla, guys, again. So someone asked if it's a good area to reload. Maybe I will reload in 10.28. But I remind you that low of the day is 10.22. So if you would reload, if I were you, I would understand that there is still a room to go to lows of the day to 10.22 or 10.20. And again, if you go long, I would give myself a room to that area at 10.20. But other than that, I think this would be a good area if we get here and rebounds out of there. Just another great opportunities for another long, and even this 10.43 level, will be great long trade.
Yeah, Tesla obviously must be smoked the long opportunity there, and market bouncing off of VWAP could just give you an opportunity to reload somewhere on Tesla longs maybe, but I would be careful. I'm not saying do it. I'm saying a possible opportunity as long as market keeps on bouncing from VWAP, because Apple and Microsoft don't want to go too far to the downside. Microsoft at the moment still bouncing around 299 or so around VWAP, and Apple bouncing around 170. If Apple can not go below 170, the market's still staying alive in flat territory, if you ask me. But if both of these go to the downside, market it will turn red once again. S&P 500 will turn red once again, and it will look bad. It's time for dual screen. Yeah.
And
Did we hit it?
actually, 8 more likes, guys.
Eight
more
more.
likes. At some point, it was like 5 more likes, and then suddenly it became like, Sean. All right, like number 992 is Sean.
Six
Has
more,
even
six
Sean
more.
liked. 4 more. Let's
Two
go,
more. We're not
please.
moving until we get 1K now.
Yes,
2 more.
We're not going anywhere. Sorry.
There we go.
Yes! High five.
On time. On time. All right,
We
guys.
did it.
We'll send you guys to the closing show. Make sure you guys are here Monday, 11 o'clock. And also like the closing show, please. Thank you for 1K. Paka paka.
Пока-пока.
Welcome to the closing show. It's going to be a wild one for sure. Have a lot of fun rounding out this week. What hasn't been that positive for the weekend? Fed minutes on Wednesday. That had sent the markets to the downside a couple of red days in a row. There is a bit of a battle back happening. However, when you look at the big board, it is the Dow leading the way, up 0.66%. The S&P is flat. You will see the NASDAQ down a full percent. It's been tech that's been weak, dragging markets down a little bit here. Crude oil still relatively